the strongest to lash the island since record-keeping began 174 years ago. In the words of the Jamaican Prime Minister, there is no infrastructure in the region that can withstand a Category 5. The question now is the speed of recovery. That's the challenge. And a slow-moving storm not related to the hurricane has dumped almost 2 feet of rain across parts of central Florida over the past few days.
According to the National Weather Service, the colossal amount of rain dropped east and north of Orlando was comparable to what the region would see from a hurricane. Forecasters warned that even 2 to 3 inches of additional rain could significantly impact the region and trigger more flash flooding, posing a potentially deadly danger to drivers who try to navigate inundated roadways. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
President Trump tells troops aboard the aircraft carrier USS George Washington that he's turned things around, and the speed of the turnaround surprised even him.
A year and a half ago, we had a different country than we do right now. Now we're the most respected country in the world. We're the hottest country anywhere in the world, and it hasn't taken too long, but I had no doubt. I just didn't know we were going to do it this fast. We've done it fast because of people like you, so I want to thank you very much.
Mr. Trump currently visiting Japan, South Korea, the next stop on his week-long Asia tour. He's expected to meet with Chinese President Xi, and there is speculation the two leaders will be announcing a trade agreement. The government shutdown closing in on 1 month. No word of any progress toward ending it. On Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 223 points. NASDAQ futures 39 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
My debt problem started probably about 2016. I needed my life to change financially. I called Trinity, and I ended up joining based on high credit card bills and high interest rate. And my counselor at Trinity has been great, and Trinity has been helping me to get on the right path of paying off these credit card bills, bringing down the interest rate. They have consolidated my bills into one low monthly payment. And now I am finally getting out of credit card debt. So I just want to say thank you, Trinity, for showing me a better and greater path.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Sharon, and soon I will be debt-free for keeps.
1-800-990-6976.
Although he has a lot on his plate, there is no respite for Israel's prime minister, facing legal battles that he says are purely political.
Benjamin Netanyahu arrives in court to continue his testimony in his ongoing trial. He's the first sitting Israeli leader to take the stand as a criminal defendant. Netanyahu's answering during his court appearances to charges of fraud, breach of trust and accepting bribes, 3 separate cases. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
A plane crash has killed 11 people, mostly foreign tourists, in Kenya. The crash occurred early today. Mombasa Air Safari says 8 Hungarian and 2 German passengers were on board. The Kenyan pilot was also killed. The plane crashed in a hilly, forested area. The pilot failed to communicate after departure. Tower tried to reach him for a half hour. Heavy rain at the time of the crash. Townhall.com. Praise for the privately funded grand ballroom that President Trump is building at the White House. Republican strategist Aaron McGuire thinks it's a shining example of Mr. Trump's positive impact on the country as a whole.
It's just one microcosm of how Donald Trump is unapologetically leading this nation, and I would argue is likely the strongest president we have ever had when it comes to executive branch authority and work that this president is doing.
McGuire on the Salem Radio Network. Amazon says it will be cutting at least 14,000 corporate jobs as the online retail giant ramps up spending on artificial intelligence but trims spending in other areas. Teams and individuals impacted by the job cuts being notified today. Most workers will be given 90 days to look for a new position internally, according to Amazon. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm breathing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelist, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Windy Tuesday.
Yeah, boy, it's whipping it out there.
It is, and matter of fact, the weather does say it's going to be windy today.
Yeah.
Now they're saying boosting to 30. So.
Everyone knows it's windy.
It wasn't this windy this morning.
No, it was breezy, but now it's just downright blowy.
It's kind of, dare I say, Halloween-esque out there right now.
The sun's coming up a little late. It's kind of it's got that weird pre-dawn kind of eeriness to it. Somewhere out there, somebody's playing a theremin.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. Only thing missing is a dude on horseback with a pumpkin head rolling around out there.
Oh no, he's out there. You just can't see him because he's on rural roads. High vis, people, high vis. Wear some reflectors, all right?
You know, it's a movie I haven't watched in a minute. Maybe I'll go watch that.
High vis?
No, Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah.
Remember that movie with the Headless Horseman with what's his name? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Thank you.
There was a meme that was going around a while back that was like Headless Horseman, and then it showed like just a head without a horse, and it was horseless head man, and then it was just head, and then horse man, but it was just all these like broken down like how they can break it man.
Now we're getting into Big Bang Theory territory where it was like there was one question where they had a thing if it was like if Man Bat was in a Batman costume, is he Man Batman or Batman Man?
Batman Man. He's Batman Man.
But happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's a little breezy out there this morning. Going to be a little cooler, too. Mm-hmm. Our high is not expected to get out of the 60s today.
I love that. It was so, like, it was 90 yesterday. It wasn't even 80s. It was 90.
It felt nice, though.
Did it?
To me, it did. Like, I got to be honest. I was cold all afternoon in here. And because it gets chilly in the afternoons.
That's the thing. It was cold in here, and there's that nice moment of kind of warming up at first.
I'm not going to lie. I went outside at like 4 o'clock or whatever it was we got done, and I was like, sun. And I was just like, oh, it feels so good. Because I was like bone chilling cold just sitting in here. It's just like, it's that cold that just won't leave you.
Right.
And so I literally, my whole trip home, I was like, no, don't turn the air conditioner. Just bask in the sun.
Just enjoy the warmth.
I loved it. It was so nice.
And that's nice for a minute, but that eventually goes away, and then you're just like, all right. Now you're trying to like angle yourself away from the sun. Yeah. Like, I can't keep driving east.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem is you hit those certain directions in town. You're like, I'm just blindly going down this road. I can't see what anything in front of me.
I genuinely hope that you see me coming and get out of my way because I cannot see you.
Like my neighborhood, you hit a certain time of day. I was like, all right, I hope there's no vehicles coming from the right because I'm going left and I can't see if you're coming.
The worst, it's weird. The worst time for me is dusk. Like, I drive fine at night, generally speaking, but dusk for me is the worst. I have to put my visor down just so I can see the road because it's such a unique like level of light that I can't see anything. I can see shadows, but
I'm telling you, I need to go back to my thing I was into a couple years ago.
What's that?
The blue blocker boys.
Oh yeah,
those things. I don't care if I look like an 80-year-old man.
Yeah,
I see so much better with them on. They're delightful. It's like a little party for my eyes.
It's like a party for, but I'm invited. They're fine as long as you like leave them in the car.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to be diddy bopping around town in them. We're like driving around, yeah.
I just sadly picture Mike as like getting a cane, but not for walking reasons,
right?
Just for like for the fit.
Exactly.
And then the blue blockers.
My swagger.
There you go.
And I might get me a nice hat. That would
say,
be like
gotta have one of those. And I don't know what it was for, but for the longest time, hats would have like a string across them, especially like the military hats. They would have like a braided cord across the front.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was something for like military decoration
Probably
or something.
Decorative,
but like my grandpa had hats like that. And I would, I'd wear them when I was a kid and stuff. And I always wondered what the string was for. Like, is that paracord? Like,
just
for a survival situation?
Sure. If you're out there in your hat, but just decoration.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of, maybe it's an homage to the chin strap. I don't know.
Maybe. Could be that. Yeah.
I was thinking more of like a Tom Landry-esque hat.
Okay, so like a newsboy.
Yeah, with the cane, the blue blockers,
a trilby.
And then I yell things out like, "By God, man!"
Just walk around looking at modern innovations like, oh, traffic lights, automatic, you say? And walk away like, technology.
I push a button and get a sandwich?
Automatic pin setting, you say? I'd never heard of that in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
For some reason, affecting that accent whilst doing it.
It's like a weirdly Irish thing that just started happening. I don't know. But anyway, happy Wednesday. I hope all of you are having a good day. Bundle Tuesday. Up. It's a little windy. Tuesday, yeah. Sorry. Put a light.
Mike's coming to us from the future.
I am. Flux capacitor did it.
Right.
You know what, though? I invite you to don some apparel from my generation.
Gay apparel?
No, not gay apparel.
Okay.
You will feel festive in it, though. The old windbreaker.
Oh, yeah. It is windbreaker weather for sure.
I mean, you can pretend to be FBI windbreaker guy. I like to go with more 80s neon windbreaker.
I like to think of my windbreaker guy as wearing like it's like a sky blue, but like with pinks and purples.
Yeah. And I want it to look like I run track, but I never actually run track.
Right. It looks like it should change color when I touch it, but it doesn't.
Right.
That's what I'm after.
It's just supposed to be that way.
I like to picture my tracksuit guys as all velour.
And to top it off, I like to have a hood that is zipped into the collar that I can unzip out the collar. And remember those? Where you had the hood in the collar and then you had the zipper and there it was.
Then you just had a thick collar otherwise.
Yeah, genius.
Yeah. Well, wonders never cease.
The best invention since folding sunglasses. Remember the Ferrari sunglasses? They folded up. You put them in your pocket right here.
Clap when you were upset.
Yeah. Came with its own little pouch. You could slip it right in this pocket right here. And then, so if you like got a business, but if you need to party like Magnum PI, boom, boom, boom. They're right there.
Flop them out. Flip them on.
Fits nicely in your members only jacket.
That's right.
Pocket right there, the breast pocket.
It's the
perfect.
Best.
All right, let me give you the rundown. We're going to have Mr. T join us in the 8 o'clock. I'm just kidding. Let's keep him with the 80s theme. We're going to replay our interview we had with the folks from the Alzheimer's Association. Katie Hernandez and Don Well joined us back on the 20th. This Saturday is the Walk to End Alzheimer's at Rusticay Soccer Complex, or the complex there. I was told yesterday by Don that they are very, very, very close to reaching their goal. They are just needing a couple more teams to sign up for this weekend's Walk to End Alzheimer's. So I figured, hey, I got some time. I'll play the interview with Katie and Don to tell you all about that here in just a few minutes. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to play our interview we had back on Friday, the 24th. We had our a member from each of our local optimists here. Barbara Yell and Carl Shelton joined us, one from Noon Optimist and the other from Midday Optimist. But World Polio Day was back on Friday, and so we talked a little bit about that, but mostly talked about what the optimists do, encouraging folks to be a part of it. So we'll learn you about great civic organizations here in the 8 o'clock hour. And then we'll have the folks from Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating join us in the 9 o'clock hour, and we'll chit-chat with them, talk about, this time of year and plumbing, heating, all that good stuff. So, and of course, we'll have all of your features that include the newses of the local, national variety, your Wall Street business update, Kim Commando, so forth, so on, and etc. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather. And cool and windy is the mantra for today.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Little windy today. We have cool high pressure moving in. That'll keep us in the upper 60s for the afternoon high. Wind gusting to 30, and we will have sunshine. Overnight looks clear with mid-30s, and then we'll stay pretty cool on Wednesday. It'll be sunny, and our afternoon high about 60, warming up a little bit on Thursday and Friday, highs in the 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 53 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 72%. Winds are a-blowing out of the north at 14 miles per hour. Sunny and 65 today, but windy. Winds out of the north 15 to 20. Could gust as high as 30 miles per hour, but believe it or not, these winds will decrease for the afternoon. They expect the winds to drop, 10 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 35. Northeast winds 5 miles per hour, nice and calm. So the winds just this morning, and it sounds like by afternoon here they'll start dying down to more manageable speeds. For you Wednesday, sunny, 59 for a high tomorrow. We may get to 60. Winds out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, clear skies, overnight low of 34. Notice them we're in the 30s, 35 tonight, 34 tomorrow night. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday, we're back up into the low 70s, sunny and 72. Winds will be out of the southeast at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, going to be a little warmer, clear, overnight low of 40. Sunny and 74 for Friday, so it should be a good day and good evening for football. Mostly clear, 42 for an overnight low, so should be good, but bring a coat. Might be a little chilly for the game. And then looking at the weekend, Saturday, sunny and 72. Sunny and 79 on Sunday, and then low 80s when you head back to work next week. So welcome to New Mexico, where it's freezing 1 minute and 80s the next, and full of wind today. All right, let's do this. It is, let me get there, 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's get you into your Roswell Livestock Report recap with Smiley Wooten. We'll take a quick commercial break. Then we'll play our interview with the folks from the Alzheimer's Association. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,936 head of cattle sold on Monday on a lower market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold 20 to 40 lower, feeder cattle 15 to 30 lower, packer cows and bulls sold $5 lower, 3 to 40 pound steers $445, $505, 3 to 400 pound heifers $397, $450. 4 to 500 pound steers, $415, $445. 4 to 500 pound heifers, $366, $397. 5 to 600 pound steers, $370, $315. 5 to 600 pound heifers, $335, $366. 6 700 pound steers, $320, $370. 6 to 700 pound heifers, $290, $335. 7 800 pound steers, $320, $325. 7 800 pound heifers, $260, $290. Packer cows $155, $170. Canner and cutter cows $150, $154. Packer bulls $185, $192. Feeder bulls $168, $178. The top half the cow calf pairs $3,200 to $3,500 per pair. Top half the bred cows $2,800 to $3,300 per head. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next week. This is Smiley Wooten. Roswell Livestock. Oh.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU Student Success. That's what we're about.
Experience Still Waters with Leanna Crawford, the Still Waters Tour.
He leads me by still waters till my fears are gone.
With special guest Kay Thompson, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church in Roswell. Get tickets now at leannacrawford.com with VIP package available or at the door. Get your tickets now for the Still Waters Tour featuring Leanna Crawford, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church, 202 South Sunset in Roswell. This is an all-ages event.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Get scary good savings all month long at Roswell Hyundai. Get 2.99% APR or $249 a month for 36 months on 2025 Hyundai SEL Sport. Get 1.99% for up to 60 months on 2025 Hyundai Kona and 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe. And 0% on 2025 Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. And up to $10,000 off remaining 2024s. If high payments got you screaming like a demon, Roswell Hyundai can help. Quit howling at the moon and head for Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Alaska is the only state name that can be typed on one row of keys. Go ahead and try typing the other 49 states. We'll wait. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning, Don and Katie with us from the Alzheimer's Association here for Southeast New Mexico. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all doing? Of course, I know we're about, give or take, 2 weeks out from...
we're a little over 2 weeks away from the walk, and I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting excited, but that's how I usually, that's my roller coaster of emotions that I go through. Much like our weather this week,
this is how your emotions are doing.
Exactly. So we're excited. It's on November 1st at Rustic Hayes Soccer Complex. Registration starts at 9 a.m.
Absolutely.
And we're looking good. We're looking really good.
Yeah, and it's if you've never participated or been a part of the event before, it's an awareness event. We want to raise awareness, but we're also raising funds. And so the real work, like the November 1st is kind of our celebration day. The real work is leading up to that day
100%.
where we're trying to organize teams. You can sign up teams, and we'll tell you more about how to do that here in a minute. But you can sign up your teams and raise money. Ideally, we'd love to get a team to raise, if we can get every team to raise $500 minimum, that would be delightful for us.
That would be amazing.
Now, that by no means is a ceiling. We're not stopping you at 500.
No.
But if we could get, and generally it's a team of 5, so we kind of average out. If every player gets $100 raised, that would be a beautiful thing to help us out this week. We'd love to have you reach that goal or beat that goal and say, you know what, I laugh at your 100, I will do 2, or whatever it is. That would be
exactly.
amazing.
I was actually just telling Don, so with our committee, we have a committee of just our core group of people, and they are like the best walk committee on the planet. I could not have asked for a better walk committee. And we have a little competition. So one of our Edward Jones is one of our national presenting sponsors.
Okay.
So one of our team members there, she always gets the top fundraiser of the year in Roswell, and every year that's my goal is to beat her.
Take her down.
And she knows I love her. She knows it's
in a
spitting competition.
way, of course.
But
you're going down.
I just got word that she got a couple pretty large checks.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, dang it, Tammy.
Dang it, your fundraising ability.
So we're doing fantastic.
That's great.
We're so close to meeting our goal of 35,000 fundraising funds for the Roswell Walk.
So let's break it. Let's blow that out the water.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. So we need everyone there. We need everyone to participate, and we got lots of side fundraisers going for each of our teams.
Great.
So Otero Federal Credit Union is doing their purple flowers that you can donate for.
Okay.
And so they display them at each of the branches. And so both at the 1900 South Main branch and the 2211 North Main branch. And so all of the donations are for the purple flowers. So you can write your name, the name of a loved one that has dementia or has passed with Alzheimer's or dementia.
Honor that loved one.
Honor that loved one and just donate that. So they do.
Purple is the color of Alzheimer's.
Correct.
Too.
That's
our awareness color.
Yes.
When you see purple, we want you to think Alzheimer's.
Purple's not really my favorite color. But as I've grown it with the Alzheimer's Association, it has become a large chunk of my closet, of my wardrobe.
Well, when you have trouble being purple, think Prince, because Prince is a pretty cool dude, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you go bring in your inner Prince.
There you go.
And that'll help you get
there. You go. Purple rain.
Matter of fact, I'm just saying, maybe a few Prince songs played during the.
We're gonna have an awesome DJ. We're
Slip
gonna
some Prince in. It's purple. Come on.
Yeah. We're gonna do great. And then our Pioneer Bank is doing the same thing. So all of the Pioneer branches
they're always involved.
They've joined us this year, and they have knocked it out of the park.
They've been a very community-minded company, and they've
all
always
of those
involved.
People on our committee. They've gotten so many people joined our committee, and it's just been fantastic.
That's great. They're championing for the cause.
Yes, we're going to have Juliana Halverson there. She's going to do our proclamation.
Probably take pictures because that's what she does.
Definitely take pictures. Yep, she's fantastic at that. So she's going to be there. And then we're going to have Mike Taylor.
Okay.
He's going to be there as one of our MCs.
Yeah, deputy chief for the city
deputy
police
chief.
department.
Yep. So he's going to be there as one of our MCs for the walk. And lots of really cool, fun, exciting things. We're going to have some yard games, like a cornhole tournament kind of thing.
RPD could get purple uniforms that day to put on. That'd be a little bit much.
That'd be a little much.
Let's talk to Mike.
There you go. And then Eastern New Mexico Medical Center has blown it out of the park too with their fundraiser.
Awesome.
We have each department has donated a gift basket for a chance to win.
Oh, great!
I can't say the other word, but it's a chance to win. The tickets are $1 each, 6 for $5 or 20 for 20.
And all the proceeds obviously go back to the Alzheimer's Association.
It's a drawing, a chance to win a basket.
But we're okay as long as it's all for nonprofit and all for that. It gets really weird on laws on sweepstakes and things.
So it's all a chance to win a gift basket, and we actually just got news that we're getting 2 more baskets. So right now we have 18 baskets, which is fantastic.
It's gonna be like Oprah. You get a basket. You get a basket.
Exactly. I'm so excited. And then we just got we got a new basket donated this week. It has one of the brand new Nintendo Switches. It's the Pokemon one. It just
someone
got
will be
released.
allowed to be in Christmas with that. They'll let you in the door.
And then we also got a Tundra Yeti donated.
Oh, nice.
With lots of fun adult goodies inside the cooler. So
you can keep beverages cool from now till next Christmas.
Yes.
Yep.
Come and see us and buy your tickets. You can buy it from the quality department or the gift shop.
Okay.
So.
And again, it's a great way to support.
Yes, and we'll have them out at the walk. So if you can't make it, we'll have those baskets out at the walk, and we'll be selling tickets there too.
Yeah, so come out and get your tickets for that while you're walking and talking and meeting and socializing.
Yes, and Chimera actually has a basket too, and everybody's been doing different fundraisers. We actually had RPD had a cornhole tournament on Friday of last week, and so I heard that went really well.
Great.
And,
so that money they were raising for that was going back to
that's going to their team and all that stuff. So
love to see that.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
It's fun to see teams getting creative on ways to raise funds and doing basically creating their own events around the event to have an event to make more money for the event. That's so great to see. And I'm going to say it now because I'd like to say it every time. And I you know what? For the first time, like I feel like we might be at a point in our lifetimes where we're like, we don't have to do this anymore because we've got a cure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe we're doing walks to raise money to make it more available to people.
Right.
But we're not looking for the cure. We got the cure. Now we're looking to make it accessible to everybody. Kind of
that's
thing.
our 10-year goal for the association is to see a cure come. And I think I shared it the last time, but UNM just got a research grant from the Alzheimer's Association.
That's right. Yeah.
So these funds that we raise go towards like our communities,
right
our
here,
state.
yeah.
And so they're working on a vaccine.
Things that they're coming from this will go into people that live in New Mexico that are testing to see if these trials and these things that we're going through right now.
And these funds also, like, they fund research, but they also fund things like caregiver support groups, which we have one now in Roswell.
The kind of nuts and bolts side, the physical. We talk a lot in theory here about this cure one day, but at the same time, you're also supporting people that are going through it now that are you have physical and real needs, and this money goes to help fix those.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a while since we've had a support group here in Roswell, but we have one back. It started this month, like a couple weeks ago. So it's the first and third Wednesdays of every month from 11 to 12 at St. Andrews at 505 North Pennsylvania.
And I would love to see some of our family members that have maybe more experience than this come to share, even though maybe you're in a good place with where you're at with it.
Right.
Your insight can help others going through that right now. So maybe you're a few years, dealing with this where you've lost your loved ones years ago, but we would love to see you at these meetings so you can share how you got through on the other side with it.
Yeah,
and
you
show
never
it, give that light for these other families that are going through what you went through years ago.
Right, exactly. You never know what, who is going to be touched by your story. So, like, if you're sharing your story about how, like, let's say for Don, for example, took care of his wife for so long, and what if there's
Don's
another...
a perfect example of what we're talking about.
Exactly. Like, he's fantastic, and he just has some different insight in what it looks like to be on the other side of that.
Absolutely.
And so...
and that's not that every disease affects every impact in a family, but Alzheimer's is just one of them unique ones where depending on the family and where they knew this person, it can really be a troublesome thing, because at the end of the day, especially with young people that may not know this person except for their dementia or their Alzheimer's version of them.
Right.
And that so you just want to find a way to explain to them and show to them that this is not your loved one. This is what the disease did to them.
Yeah.
This is your loved one.
Yeah, that's like the hardest thing I think I have to tell people is that just remember, like, that wasn't your husband talking to you like that. That wasn't your wife talking to you like that. That's not that person that you knew forever. Yeah. That's the disease talking and being mean, because it changes your brain and
it changes the physiological
and
the brain is by far the most powerful organ on the planet when it comes to what it can do and what it's capable of. And let's face it, we as human beings know a sliver of its capability.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. And Alzheimer's is very much in that place where we know it's here, know it's there. We just don't quite know what's causing it, where it's at. I mean, we have good ideas and we're close, but it's this long time mystery. And God bless us, I hope in 20, 30, 40 years from now, we're talking about this, and it's literally Alzheimer's is an inconvenience and not looked at as a life sentence.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
But we're going to get there. But but it's the unknown. It is like if you knew your grandparents and things when they were dealing with the polio outbreaks and some of these things, it's the same mindset. People are dying. People are going. They're not. We don't know why. We don't know. But then we figured out Alzheimer's. It's just taking longer to crack this nut.
Yes.
We're going to crack it.
Yeah,
and
we're on that like super steep climb, and we're climbing fast, and we're almost there. So.
But for the first time, I think there's people walking this earth right now that are going to say we're going to cure them of Alzheimer's, or we're going to put it in remission, or we're going to they can live a normal life.
They're going to be able to see that cure for sure.
Absolutely. I'd say in the last 10 years, we couldn't have said that.
No.
Now we can.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So you can register for that caregiver support group. at the toll-free number.
Okay.
It's also the 24-hour hotline.
Okay.
So it's the same number. They try to keep it all the same. It's 1-800-272-3900.
Okay.
So you can call and register for that support group and get more information about it.
And I think it'd be great if it's strength in numbers. And there's and Alzheimer's, though I've never myself directly dealt with it, I have enough family and friends that have, and you're going to need help.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to need help. I don't care how stubborn, stalwart you are.
Yeah.
You're going to need help.
Yeah, and
please reach out.
And we know that it's difficult with all of the resources and Don's help that he needed looks different than, let's say, for my dad.
Sure.
Because each scenario is different, and so that's what they're there to do. They have master level clinicians on the other side of this helpline to get you through crisis modes, to get you through like all of that kind of stuff, and it's 24/7. They also have legal advice too, within certain parameters, of
Because
course.
let's face it, there's a lot of legal decisions that are going to have to be made at some point.
Absolutely. Like if you can't,
obviously,
if
you
can
want to do that
longer-
earlier in the process, where your loved one is involved with it, where later they can't be.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you want to get have those conversations early on. Talk to them when that diagnosis comes up and they're still kind of with it.
Sure.
Talk to them, ask them what their wishes are. Like
Absolutely.
what do you want this to look like?
Yeah, when it's time for us to make decisions for you, what decisions do you want us to make?
Exactly. And sometimes those decisions emotions get in the way.
It's
in
hard.
a bad way.
I mean, how many
And-
people have a conversation with a loved one talking about how we want to end this?
Right.
And that's what you're doing, and that's the hardest conversation.
It's really, really hard, but it's so beneficial, especially for your
I would
loved
say cathartic
ones.
a little bit too.
Though, yes, the ones around you that if they know what your wishes are, there's like they can leave the emotions of, oh my gosh, my mom is passing or my dad is passing from this awful disease. And that could go for anything, not just Alzheimer's.
I know this is a weird comparison, but it is a comparison. And what I mean by that is what you're talking about, people that are suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
It is not uncommon for a person that is suicidal, once they've kind of made the decision that that's what they're going to do and how, there's almost an eerie calm or peace about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is kind of what we're, not in that way, but
kinda,
I mean, but it because that a decision's made, a path has been set, it gives a peace of mind. And so in a different weird sort of way, this is also going to help for your loved one. And okay, we all know what the end game's going to be, but at least I'm like, okay, I have a plan. My this is taken care of. This is taken care of. I don't have to worry about this.
Yes.
When I'm gone, someone's going to fill this void.
Yeah.
And so that in and of itself is peace of mind.
Yep. And it also helps with your family members too. Like they don't have to make all of the decisions. And it also, with all of the banking stuff and the assets and the financial responsibilities, like all of that stuff, they have toolkits and packets and all of that kind of stuff to kind of help you through that.
And to be honest, some of you might use that help yourself in your own personal life.
Yeah,
like, hey,
100%.
I'm trying to run my mom's finances, but I could use a lot of this in my own world myself.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. So So please, please use the Alzheimer's Association more. You know, if you're a family and you're needing resources from everything from the emotional to the soup to nuts, physical. No, I need a care person now. You know, it's not emotional. I need physical needs right now. From everything in between, that's what the Alzheimer's Association's here to do when we're not trying to raise as much money as possible for the research and for the cure. We're trying to support families that are fighting this battle day in and day out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So come to the walk. Please put your teams together.
Yeah.
But if your family's dealing with this dementia, Alzheimer's, any of the family of what we're talking about here, please reach out and come to. I don't care if you think you got it covered.
Yeah.
You can have more coverage. Ain't nothing wrong with more backups, more information, more support, more everything.
New research and new studies are coming out all the time, and so if you're like in the beginning stages, you're in that group of people that can benefit the most out of the stuff that's coming out of the association. And so That's going to be, it just come out on November 1st, and get in touch with our committee members. We can get you in touch with the caregiver support groups. We can, almost all of us have been affected by the disease, and that's why
I would
we're
say
there.
probably at least 90% of your volunteers have been directly impacted in
and
one
so we have that knowledge. We have that firsthand experience.
They were in your shoes.
Of what you can expect.
Or
really.
are in your shoes.
Yeah,
you have a lot
are
of
in
folks that are
shoes.
they're
Yeah.
battling it right now. They have loved ones that, sorry, I can't make it this weekend. I got to take care of my mom because
Right.
they're sick.
Yeah. And I know it's hard. I know it's difficult to bring them out, but we really want them out there as much as possible, because those represent our blue flowers. If you've never been at the walk, we have different color flowers.
We're still waiting for our white flower.
Yes,
that's our
cure.
Cure, yeah.
Yeah. So our blue flowers are the people living with the disease, and
we want to cheer on the people fighting. We
Yes.
want to honor those we've lost. And we want to celebrate the people that are winning the fight right
Yes,
now, and that's what we want.
Still winning the fight, and so if you can, it's just a couple hours. Bring mom, bring grandma, bring Uncle Fred or whatever out, and just bring them out for a couple hours. We'll love and support them as much as we can, and
if hopefully the first will be just like this weekend's supposed to be here.
Yes.
It'll be a beautiful day,
Yes.
and probably light
it'll be
jacket.
chilly in the morning,
A little
like
light
it
jacket
normally
in the
is.
morning, but
Yeah.
by midday there, it should be beautiful, and you'll be shedding that in t-shirts. But for people that are traditionalists to this, the things you come to expect at the walk-ins, those will all be there. The walk, obviously, the
so
garden, things like that.
We'll have opening ceremonies with our Promise Garden ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
explaining all of the flowers. It's really emotional, all of that stuff. And so, and then we have the walk, and it'll be 1 or 2 laps around Rusticade, the track right there.
complex there,
The
yeah.
complex, and whatever you can do. If you're like, but I can't walk. That's
right.
okay. Just come and hang out with us. We're going to have a pet area. Pioneer Bank has sponsored our pet area. So we have really cool doggy bandanas with the Alzheimer's logo and Pioneer Bank and all that stuff.
When you're
on
surrounded
there.
by puppies and dogs and cats, you're always in a good mood.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
not be. They're-
So just make sure your dogs are on a leash. That's like the city ordinance and
yeah,
all
that's
of
how
that
you get the
kind of
bad
stuff.
mood people
Yeah.
when they start stealing your sandwiches. And
Yes. Yeah, let's not have that. And
now
then,
let's keep everybody together because dogs, not all dogs get along. It's just sorry, we can't. That's nature.
And we're in the process of trying to get a tug of war team, tug of war competition, together, and we're finalizing all that
So
information.
we need a few beefy people for the anchors.
Yes.
So we need those, and then we'll put our little people in the middle.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. And then we'll have some yard games, and Edward Jones is sponsoring our lunch. So they do hot dogs and chips and water every year.
So if you leave hungry, it's your own problem.
Right,
Don't fault
exactly. We have a great just a great group of supporters that support our walk every year. The Legion Post 21, American Legion Post 21,
61, yeah.
Sorry, 61. They get they're manning our water booths for the walk because we want to make sure everyone stays hydrated. Even
It's
though
a 2-to-1 ratio. Like they'll drink 1, 2, and then you get. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
the water is donated by Pepsi.
Yes, the water is donated by Pepsi, and we
Big
got
thank you to
lots
them.
of huge thank you to
Yep.
them. They support us every year. They donate our water every year.
Big thank you to them.
And we actually have the NIMI baseball team.
Oh, great!
That is going to come out and help with all the heavy lifting, and I'm super excited about that.
Sorry, guys, it's your fall training.
Exactly.
Weightlifting.
That's right.
Yeah, they're going to be fantastic. We're going to have the assist teams out there, lots of volunteers.
Excellent.
And
So
I think
bring
a couple Girl Scout troops and just all over the place.
Come
So,
represent everybody.
Yeah.
And your organizations want to put together. You've got a scout troop, or you got whatever civic luncheon group, or your Kiwanis, or your whatever. Or just we're just a couple people that hang out at the bowling alley together on Friday night. Great, let's put a team together and go
exactly.
walk. Go bowling Friday night, and then go walk on Saturday morning out here with us and be a part of it. But anybody, and you know what? If you don't have a team or anything like that, but would love to support, and we'll tell you here, you can go online to the Alzheimer's website and contribute to other teams.
Yes.
They would love to have you say, you know what, I don't have time to put a team together, but I want to help out.
and then you go find some teams, and you can play Switzerland and throw all a little bit, or you'd be like, nope, there's my boys over here, my girls over here, I'm going to help them out, whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's alz.org, and you can search for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, or you can just Google it. There's posters around town with QR codes and all of that kind of stuff, and just go to that website, look for the Roswell Walk.
Absolutely.
Right now, we're sitting at 159 participants.
Okay.
I've raised our goal a little bit. Our goal is to have 200 people there.
We're gonna bust that.
And that's we would beat out Hobbs at that point. So I need more than 200 people there.
All right, competitive juices.
Yes.
We got to beat the Hobbs Eagles on Saturday, November 1st.
The Hobbs Walk. The Hobbs Walk had theirs in September, and they did a fantastic job. And I was like, nope, we're gonna kill it.
Awesome.
So we have 23 teams signed up right now. We're like I said, we're at 31,453. So our goal for fundraising is 35,000.
So we're close.
We're close.
Tickling.
We need everyone out there.
We need
all the support, and So
sign up, contribute,
Yes.
whatever. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm sorry to your other team members, because I know this is unfair and very unpolitical, but Don, do a plug for your team. Katie, do a plug for your team.
Okay.
So you can raise money. I know I'm making people mad, but you know what? Then you come out here and I'll plug your team too.
There you
Get
go.
on the radio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give your team's unfair advantages. Do plugs for your team now.
Okay. Yeah, you can reach my team at alz.org, and then you go to Roswell Walk, and then you look up, search for Photo Finish.
That's your team name, Photo Finish.
Photo Finish. You can donate. You can join my team. It's all right there on the website.
Absolutely.
Very easy to do.
Excellent.
Yep.
And Katie, and you were, I'm sure you got a team or two.
Yeah. So I'm the team captain for Eastern New Mexico Medical Center.
Okay, so you're under the. So yours is very under the official the hospital.
That's where I work, so I gotta do my team there and just lead our group there.
But you have a bunch of doctors who make more money than us, so you've got a bigger tap on that one, I'm just saying.
I need to do that. I need to make sure that they be a part of it.
You should be at every office, doctor.
Our biggest support has been visitors in the hospital coming in and like, oh, my grandma died from this.
You know what?
And it's been fantastic. And
unfortunately, this disease has touched a lot of people.
And so I'm really grateful to our Eastern team. We have a whole bunch of people signed up, and
I'm joking and all this, but all kidding aside, pick it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
just
pick
come
a team.
and join.
Create your
We're
own
having
team.
fun here. It does. Everybody's a winner. And and to be honest, I hope they tie and we end up raising $50,000. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
If you want to donate, just go online, alz.org.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and go to the Roswell Walk, and then do whatever. You know
what? If you want to play
quick from your phone, they have multiple ways of payment. So if you're like millennial or whatever, and you only have Cash App, or what's the next gen? I'm
Venmo. Do they do that? No, I don't know.
Cash App, Apple Pay, all of the things. PayPal. They take all of that, and you can even deposit a check from there if you have
for people with no hair or gray hair.
Right, exactly. A little bit older. So there's a whole bunch of different ways, and if you sign up as a team captain, on the website there are captain's tools with tips and tricks on how to fundraise.
Kind of like a marketing package.
Yes, like you just go in there and it gives you PDF versions of all the logos and posters and all of the things
Probably
that you
a thing
can
with
do.
all the links to the social media. So when you share it on your Facebook, you can put that link direct. And,
Correct.
And I know if you're not too savvy, you're like, how do I do all that? That shows you how to do it.
It shows you how to do it. It creates it for you. It
that's where I
makes
need
it
it.
super, super easy.
I got the paper part, I've dealt with that my whole life. But when it comes to sharing something on Facebook, I feel like you might as well send me to college because I'm like,
Yep. They make it really easy. You just click a link and copy it, and then you paste it on your Facebook, and it links it to your fundraiser. And it most people do an okay job with Facebook fundraising. There was a while when in 2020 when everything was virtual, that was like my biggest source of fundraising.
Well, because that was pretty much the only way
that
we
was
could
the only way.
communicate
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
time.
So
where now it's a little broader, and I get it. We live in a world on Facebook where everyone's hitting you up for things and everybody else, but this is important. this is like we're so close. We're so close to like like you don't see people with polio no more.
Right.
I want to see that with Alzheimer's
Yes.
and dementia and these associated. I want us to talk about. Remember when people had died of that? Now we don't even know what that is. That's what I want us to think about.
So just to put a little healthy competition in there, Edward Jones still hasn't gotten theirs officially on the books yet, but I know that they're beating me. So right now, Eastern is at $2,702 funds raised. We have a Clovis, like Curry County walk that goes to our fundraising. And they're at $2,440. So thank you to Clovis, and their community walk every year. They do that, and those funds come to us, and we support them 100%.
Well, it's all going to the big picture at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
St. Andrews is at $940.
Nice.
The Forget Me Nots is at $625.
Well, we're forgetting them not.
Yes, and Team Pioneer is at $595. So right now, those are our top 5 teams.
So if you're in the back of the pack, time to do your
let's get you up there.
fourth and goal on the one. Time for the push. Yeah. Kind of
so you have until December 31st.
And if your name wasn't mentioned at all, it's still time for Game On to get in there and sign up. You can go to alz.org and sign that team up, or like I said, or support one of our many other teams here. But basically, find the walk near you, type in Roswell, New Mexico, and it'll pretty much open the world to everything you need to know.
And I love the internet for that fact, because you can have family from all over the country and all over the world donate to your team for our Roswell walk. So if you have friends and loved ones in other states and other countries, like just have them go on and donate.
And likewise, get them to support the walks in their regions and support theirs.
Yes, absolutely.
At the big thing, yes, we're celebrating Chaves County and Roswell and this our country, but we're all fighting the same fight. The people in Albuquerque, the people in Iowa, the people in Florida, the people we're all fighting the same fight.
Correct.
The people in England and Europe and everywhere else where this is, they too are raising money and awareness for this. This is a global fight.
We're going to be, our walk is going to be one of the last walks for the season. For this,
so your last chance to contribute.
The last chance.
November 1st.
November 1st is our last one. So
now you can still donate for this year.
Money's
up to December.
At any point you come up with a check to the Alzheimer's Association, they're going to take it off your hands. But as far as counting in numbers and all that kind of
and if you have a business or you need a tax deduction kind of thing, it is tax deductible. It is a 501(c)(3).
Yeah.
So you will get a receipt in the mail saying thank you so much for your donation.
Turn it in and save you a few bucks a tax time too. So, and because you deserve it for doing this. And so please, November 1st, I just saw the time, we're running out here. November 1st, mark it down. Go to alz.org, please. And if someone's local here and they want to not walk stuff, but just their new families and they're new to the area and they're looking for resources, what's the best way to find you guys and talk to you?
So just Google Walkton or Alzheimer's Association Roswell, New Mexico.
Same links we're talking about here.
Same links. They make it really super easy. Same phone number, same links, all of that kind of stuff. We have a local staff member here. Her name is Wendy Cook. She'll get the information and she'll reach out to you with all the help and resources that we can. And just go on to the website and go from there.
If your family's newly being handed this deck of cards, you are not alone.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people that are ready to rally around you and help you navigate this time. Please reach out.
Yeah.
You cannot do this alone. If you do, you will fail. You will hurt yourself and others before you get the. So please, it's impossible to do this by yourself.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the caregiver who suffers the most.
Right.
And you're the one that needs sometimes more care than the patient at this point. You're the one, because at the end of the day.
Yeah. Caregivers often will have more diagnosis and more problems taking care of their loved ones.
Yeah.
Like my mom, for instance, she's been taking care of my dad for 15 years. She ended up having a stroke because of the stress that it had on
You're tearing
on her
yourself
body.
down trying to keep them going.
So just another plug for the walk. We're going to have Dr. Samara out there from Chimera.
Okay.
She's our only neurologist in town.
Okay.
So she's going to be out there, and she'll have pamphlets. So we'll have a provider out there that can see you if you have questions and
So you can
make an
actually
appointment.
set up some healthcare stuff for yourself while you're out there,
Correct.
too.
And then we're hoping to have Dr. DeVue there. He was a part of one of the clinical trials, research trials for one of the new FDA drugs.
Oh, great.
He's one of our state board members, and so
he's going to have some insight for
he
folks,
lives up
too.
in the mountains in Ruidoso, and we're hoping that he can come down and give a little talk for our opening ceremonies. So.
Ride the flood in.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, bad joke.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Maybe not.
But
They'd like
get
another
a raft and just ride on in. But, but
Yeah.
But so really, there's a lot of great information. So if you're coming looking for questions and answers, there's going to be people there you can talk to.
Yeah.
And get real direction on what to do next on some of this stuff.
We have lots of volunteer opportunities. We have advocacy stuff that you can go to, legislators and bill maker and policy makers and all that kind of stuff. If that's your cup of tea,
We need
fundraisers, support groups, like all of that kind of stuff. We have a place for you.
We need help and volunteers in all facets.
Yes.
From the marketing and promotions to the nuts and bolts and day-to-day care of folks. So. Again, ALZ.org. You'll find everything we need there. Type in Roswell, New Mexico to get everything you need to know about the November 1st walked-in Alzheimer's here. And don't forget, there is a local Facebook. If you do Alzheimer's, Chaves County, Roswell, it'll pop right up, and you can like and follow that,
It's the Southeast New Mexico walked-in Alzheimer's. It's a group. And then that number again is 1-800-272-3900. That's a 24/7 hotline, and you can get all of the answers there.
Absolutely. And if you can't find them there, then we'll find someone that'll help you the rest.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you so
See you
much.
next time here.
Yep.
And anything else we can do, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Cool.
All right.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Minute with the Mayor is returning today. If you have any ideas on City of Artesia happenings or improvements in town, or any questions about anything going on, go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30, and you can chat with Artesia Mayor John Henry. The event happens on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month. Kith and Kin is located at 105 North 5th Street in Artesia. The Chaves County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to a home Thursday in the 6000 block of North Atkinson Avenue in Roswell for the report of a possible dangerous old hand grenade that was found by a resident. The caller reported that he was cleaning a property and found what appeared to be a live grenade. The caller said he wrapped the grenade in duct tape to keep the pin in place. The sheriff's office provided pictures. The sheriff's office reminds people it's best not to touch or move any such device and let authorities handle it with a bomb squad. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report, and the playoffs are here for girls soccer. The regular season ended on Thursday for the Goddard Rockets, defeating Lovington 3-0. Olivia Rosso, 2 goals. Piper Rolk with a goal. Artesia's back in action tonight, and they'll get another chance at the Artesia Bulldogs. Goddard play as the 12th seed will be playing at 5th seeded Artesia. Artesia 17-3 overall. Goddard is 10-2. Artesia's won both of the previous meetings this season 2-1. The one at Goddard was an overtime victory, and there was some question whether Roswell might be able to get into the 5A playoffs, but the Lady Coyotes finished with a 10-10 record overall and did not make the bracket for Class 5A. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The Federal Reserve convenes its policy meeting this week as the government shutdown approaches the 1-month mark, leaving central bankers without most official data to make a decision on setting interest rates. Fed policymakers are widely expected to reduce U.S. short-term borrowing costs this week by 0.25 percentage point for the second time this year. Air travel disruptions continue with more than 2,700 flights delayed nationwide on Monday and more than 8,600 delays on Sunday, with air traffic controller absences growing amid a federal government shutdown now in day 28. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is expanding a probe into 286,000 General Motors vehicles over a possible engine failure. Investigators say it stems from the engine bearing in GM's L87 6.2-liter engine installed in models such as the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 and Cadillac Escalade. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump's week-long Asia trip finds him in Japan, where he has met with the country's newly elected prime minister. The president predicts that she'll go down in history as one of Japan's great prime ministers. The BBC's Shaima Khalil in Tokyo says the two leaders have signed a pair of cooperation agreements.
First, it was the implementation of the agreement toward a new golden age for the U.S.-Japan alliance. And this agreement, which has been described in the document as a great deal, all caps, will help both countries to strengthen economic security, promote economic growth. And then we also know that Takaichi and Trump signed a document of cooperation over critical mineral supplies. Again, a very crucial point between the two countries, given the tight spot that many countries are in, including the United States, because of the restrictions on exports from China.
Hurricane Melissa continues closing in on Jamaica. Landfall not far off.
Melissa is a powerful and dangerous Category 5 storm. It could be the strongest hurricane to hit the island since record-keeping began in 1851.
I've gotten so many calls, and I have been on my knees in prayer.
Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the people there are preparing for the hardship ahead.
Correspondent Ed Donahue says Melissa could hit the island with winds of more than 170 miles per hour, dangerous storm surge, and also more than 3 feet of rain possible. War Secretary Hegseth announcing the U.S. military carried out 3 strikes yesterday in the waters of the Eastern Pacific, targeting boats suspected of carrying drugs. 14 people killed, 1 survivor. Day 28 of the government shutdown. There's no end in sight. As of now, no plan for another Senate vote on a Republican bill to end the shutdown. Democrats have repeatedly rejected that bill. Watching Wall Street, the Dow's up 197. More on these stories, townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Move ahead with free market reforms. Markets in Argentina rallied, the peso surged, and the country's sovereign bonds jumped in response. The chronically depreciating Argentine peso, which international investors and Argentine depositors were dumping in droves just last week, a hedge against a Malay defeat, soared more than 10%, trading at over $1,300 per dollar on Monday. The price movement signaling investors recovering confidence after Malay's win. Israel's foreign minister says that his government will not allow Turkish troops to take part in a future international peacekeeping force in Gaza. The United States has proposed creating a force to oversee the ceasefire agreement in the Israel-Hamas war, but Israel's foreign minister says his country opposes Turkey's participation. Townhall.com. Failing to honor a 1944 treaty, Mexico has not delivered millions of gallons of water to farmers in South Texas.
Now, members of Texas's congressional delegation want the Trump administration to make Mexico's failure part of the upcoming trade negotiations, including new sanctions if necessary. The treaty requires Mexico to deliver 1.75 million acre-feet of water to the U.S. every 5 years. In exchange, the U.S. gives Mexico 1.5 million acre-feet of water every year. The 5-year cycle ended last week with Mexico owing 925,000 acre-feet of water. Mexican officials say an ongoing drought is preventing them from meeting their obligations. The shortfall is harming the farm economy of the Rio Grande Valley. Keith Peters, Washington.
And now there are 5. President Trump will choose from among 5 candidates to replace Fed Chairman Jerome Powell next year. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm breathing through it. Flamenco guitar, the cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil is said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Still look a little ominous out there.
Tis kind of nice overcast. The wind is definitely whipping around.
Yeah, it's chillier out there.
Mm-hmm.
I got my good thick shirt today somehow.
Yeah,
it was a good.
I got to go. I think I need to restock my long sleeve tees.
I'm always adding to my game. I kind of lately, like when I went to Durango a couple months ago over the summer.
Right.
I accidentally stocked up on long sleeve tees and hoodies. I got like 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. One time's because we got soaking wet on the train, and I didn't want to ride back on the train soaking wet, so I bought a shirt.
That's how they get you. Let's just soak them down. They're going to want to change.
And then I had already bought shirts before that shirt because I like those shirts. And so I got more. And I bought 2 shirts thinking Kim wanted a shirt. She didn't want the shirt, so I got another shirt. So I have all the shirts.
You guys, I mean, do you wear roughly the same shirt size?
Yeah, like in a just a generic
in something
XL.
That's baggy or something that's more like
XL
comfy
shirt. Yeah, like these unisex type sweatshirts and things you buy at gift shops.
Yeah.
Those
trans shirts you got on.
Yeah, XL.
Damn,
probably.
shirts can't decide what bathroom they want to go to.
Yeah. Although, so I just ended up with a bunch all of a sudden. So if you see me wearing a lot of Silverton and Durango shirts, it's just because I got a bunch. And I'm that guy. I like going places and getting I have a Grand Canyon one. I have, I kind of like that. So
I think next time I go back to Oklahoma, I'm going to have to dip down into Medill just to get some Medill merch.
There you go.
Get the gold, the black and gold out there.
Go for it. Let's see, hometown pride.
That's right.
Matter of fact, some point in my life, I should be getting another one of these shirts coming in the mail from Towson Women's Rugby.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I ordered a shirt like a month ago. And I think it should be showing up. By the time I get it, she probably won't be playing anymore because she graduated from college.
It'll be off season.
But I'll still be rooting for the Towson lady rugby team.
Let's go, Lady Wolfpack.
But I have a thing for those kind of shirts.
What are they? The Timberwolves?
What is the Towson? Oh, they're a Division II college.
Okay.
I gotta look up.
Is it Towson?
It's Towson. Towson.
Okay.
Towson State University.
Towson. Okay.
It's in Maryland. You're faster on the ones and twos of the phone.
Yeah, I'll get this figured out.
You'll look it up.
Towson's Doc the Tiger.
Tiger.
Winkleman actually introduced the Tiger as the official Towson mascot, winning SGA approval a year before the parade, back in 1963.
The Towson Tigers.
That's right, the Towson Tigers.
I should know that. I just forgotten.
I don't know why Timberwolves was the first animal I thought of.
Well, there's not a lot of tigers nor Timberwolves in that part of Maryland. It's a suburb of Baltimore.
Not a big loose tiger population in the Baltimore suburbs.
No, not so much. No,
I'm shocked. What is a Timberwolf? I mean, isn't that just a wolf?
This is a wolf.
Yeah, it's just a fancy name for the wolf.
Maybe they hang out in the woods. I don't know.
It's like,
I don't know if it's a breed of wolf.
What I wonder is it like Pib Extra?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a breed
like
of
if
wolf.
you have a regular wolf, that's just Mr. Pibb.
That's right.
But if you want that little extra, you got a Timberwolf.
Yeah. Well, imagine because you like the Mexican gray wolf or it's just one of those timber, like grizzly bear.
They all just show up for a rumble.
Yeah.
Everybody in their respective wolf category.
Actually, they're all lumberjacks. They chop down trees and they yell timber. That's why they're called timber wolves.
They chop down trees. They eat their lunch. They went to the lavatory.
I'm a lumberjack.
Yes. On Wednesdays, they go shopping and have buttered scones for tea. I appreciate that my mother introduced me at an early age to old comedy. Like, first of all, because there's a certain level of appreciation you have to have for the forefathers, the foundation of what comedy is today. But also because, I mean, it really does give you like that like sense of like, I'm cultured, you know?
Yeah.
I know stuff. I know whole, what was his name? His name just left my head. Victor Borga.
Uh-huh.
I know whole Victor Borga stand-up bits, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, Monty Python was more, as a young child.
Yeah, it's current events.
Yeah, they were relevant.
But for me, it's classic comedy.
But I remember, like, as far as, like, Gong Show. Like, we were talking about Gong Show or before the show because we talk about things.
Somehow the sinew of connective tissue.
Like, that, for me, when I was a kid, that was, like, the level, that was, like, 70s. And so I was, like, young kid watching that.
Right.
But I remember...
That show was a fever dream.
Yeah. Well, but I remember, like old stuff for me watching as a kid, like you would be like, oh, what watching? Like, I watched a lot of old 50s sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw so much I Love Lucy, My Three Sons.
Sure, a lot of Honeymooners.
Leave It to Beaver.
Right.
The old, was that 40s Superman?
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching the black and white. I remember catching that at 3:30 every afternoon. Gumby, weirdly enough, that wasn't old then. That was more modern. But
I love Gumby.
At 6 a.m, Gumby was on. So I would watch Gumby, and then, but yeah, My Three Sons, Leave It to Beaver, Bewitched. What else was that? Was the stuff I caught a lot of comedy. It was that. It was a lot of
we're not that different in age. You can't be like, we had 3 channels back then.
We did.
You did better than that.
In the 70s, I didn't have cable TV until,
well, not cable, but like, there
84.
were even with network television, it was expanding. I mean, UHFs and all that.
Yeah, but if you could get them, like, you could legit get 3 channels good, and then scroll into the UHF and maybe kind of get a channel. I had your CBS. There was no Fox.
Yeah, Fox came around mid-80s.
CBS, NBC, ABC, and then you had like your UPN 20
like
or
the Dumont network,
and then a lot of public access channels. But like, those were the shows I watched because I literally we had 3 channels, and I played Lincoln Logs. And
what a difference a decade can make. Yeah. I mean, because I remember laying in, like, 'cause when I was a little kid, my mom and dad had a big upstairs room, and my room was like adjacent to it. It was like in the same room, but it was its own little section.
Yeah.
But I used to like sneak to their section of the room and like turn on their TV in the middle of the night and watch Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And so I remember watching like My Three Sons and like what was that one?
Donna Reed
the
show.
Donna Reed Show. I was trying to think of the name of the woman. But yeah, Donna Reed Show,
Phil
My
Silver
Three Sons.
Show was one I
Wait
caught.
Till Your Father Gets Home.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
From Nick at Night, I remember catching Phil Silver Show, which actually is Sergeant Bilko.
Right.
F Troop.
F Troop was on there a lot. Yeah.
That was one I caught a lot. Yeah.
Leave It to Beaver was another big one on there.
And then of course, like the cartoons as a kid, it was all like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, Flintstones. That was like, that was like in the mornings. I was literally watching Porky Pig, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. See, I was very much a Warner Brothers kid.
Yeah.
Like I would. There were other cartoons, but I didn't really watch the Flintstones. I did. You know what it was? I didn't like cartoons that were serious.
Yeah.
Like I never liked Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
I never liked even Scooby Doo was too like. I mean,
I'm
it was
a Scooby-Doo
funny.
fan. I like
it was
Scooby.
funny, but it was like he was trying to tell a serious story. I couldn't.
I was a huge fan of Shaggy and Scoob. Like I loved that buddy comedy.
Right.
Years later, I didn't realize they were potheads, but at the time, I enjoyed. but I you know what else I liked that they would also show is the old school Droopy, Heckle and Jekyll, Woody Woodpecker,
Snagglepuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were
And
big.
Then that crossed into Deputy Dog and Captain Caveman.
I did go through a quick like Wacky Racers.
Yeah.
Stage of my child. Penelope Pit Stop, that was a big one.
Speed Racer.
I'll put it this way. Underdog was such a big hit in my family, and my mom loved it so much from her childhood.
Yeah.
We had a dog named Sweet Polly Purebred.
Nice.
Like literally from the show.
Yeah. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is another big one, yeah. But my big one was the Warner Brothers. Like I still to this day have whole Warner Brothers cartoons memorized.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's weird when one will come on and I'll like hear it and just start to like just recite the lines, and it's like a core memory.
And weirdly enough, Disney wasn't that big until cable.
Yeah.
Because Disney stuff wasn't available until Disney Channel showed up. Like you had to go see a Disney movie in the movie, and then that's it.
Well, and that too was, I came up right when Disney Channel was sort of like becoming a thing. So like Tailspin, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, a lot of duck stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they went heavy in duck.
Heavy into the ducks, but all those like Tailspin was a big one when I was a kid.
Yeah. See, by that time I was a teenager. By all the time that those shows started showing up, so I'd see them as a teenager.
Right.
But I didn't grow up with them like I did Porky and
like I weirdly associate, and maybe this is where I get my like of redheads, my attraction to redheads, but like Aunt Becky from Full House transitioned into the boss. I can't think of her name offhand, from Tailspin, like the one who ran Higher for Hire.
Yeah.
I had a huge crush on her. Yes, I know a cartoon, but I had a huge crush on her. And she had a big red.
I came from the Jessica Rabbit era, so I know what you're talking
Again, I was Jessica Rabbit was early for me, but I came back around.
Yeah, that was the first time. Like, actually, the first cartoon I was like, is this for kids? Was Heavy Metal.
Oh, that was not for children.
Yep.
That was definitely not.
You should take that call.
Hey, you should.
You know what it is? I need to get the hour going. I got a 36-minute interview, so I better get her rolling.
Yeah.
We're going to get you update with the weather and take a quick break here. We're going to play our interview we had last week with Barbara Yell and Carl Shelton. They are from our Noon and Roswell Optimist, different Optimist groups, respectively. They came in to talk World Polio Day with us, but we also talked a lot about the Optimist, the volunteers, what they do, and if you're looking for a great civic organization to be a part of, Optimist has got a place for you. So we're going to play that interview with Barbara and Carl here in just a few minutes. So first, quick weather, quick break, and then our interview with the Optimists on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Little windy today. We have cool high pressure moving in. That'll keep us in the upper 60s for the afternoon high. Wind gusting to 30, and we will have sunshine. Overnight looks clear with mid-30s, and then we'll stay pretty cool on Wednesday. It'll be sunny, and our afternoon high about 60, warming up a little bit on Thursday and Friday, highs in the 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Get scary good savings all month long at Roswell Hyundai. Get 2.99% APR or $249 a month for 36 months on 2025 Hyundai SEL Sport. Get 1.99% for up to 60 months on 2025 Hyundai Kona and 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe. And 0% on 2025 Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. And up to $10,000 off remaining 2024s. If high payments got you screaming like a demon, Roswell Hyundai can help. Quit howling at the moon and head for Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. Fall means Graves Farm and Garden is open and ready to help you stock up on fresh, locally grown produce, including squash, zucchini, watermelons, and of course, fresh roasted green chili from mild to extra hot. The pumpkin patch is open and ready for you to pick your own pumpkins, and there's pumpkin rides each weekend in October. Plus, Graves has a variety of hay as well as oak firewood with delivery available. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday, just 6 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Follow the signs to Graves Farm and Garden, where fall time gets its flavor.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air. October is here, and that means it's time to paint Roswell Honda pink. Roswell Honda has teamed up with the Chaves County Cancer Fund to donate $50 from every vehicle sold. Get 4.99% APR for 48 months on 2025 Honda Civic, 3.49% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, or lock in 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord. Great deals for a great cause. Paint Roswell Honda pink all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
You are 13.8% more likely to die on your birthday. Think about that the next time you want to celebrate your birthday month. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning to discuss World Polio Day and beyond. We have a pair of our Roswell Rotarians in studio this morning. Barbara Yell joining us this morning, Carl Shelton as well. And also we have Martin Llamas-Padillo. How am I close?
Yeah.
Good deal. Who's a foreign exchange student from the beautiful country of Spain. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing? Happy Friday.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. So, before we kind of get into World Polio Day and kind of that stuff, let's kind of just talk about Rotary real quick. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Rotary, know Rotary. Like, yeah, they meet lunchtime or something, but they may not know what is Rotary. What are Rotarians and what do Rotarians represent? So let's start there.
Excellent. Well, Rotary is over a century old, and we are service organizations internationally, but locally, we are people who come together to make a difference in our community. We do service projects. We support any number of activities, including youth exchange.
Sure.
But We do park cleanups. We build ramps. You guys were out doing a breakfast or one of our clubs. So we have 2 clubs here in town.
Yes.
Roswell Rotary, which meets every week on Thursday for lunch, typically at the Liberty.
Okay.
But so it is a time for interacting with other business folks and community members of the community.
Well, networking, but my understanding is networking. But isn't there like a rule, like you're not allowed to talk shop per se? Or clear me up if I'm wrong there, but I think isn't there like a rule for to know we focus on the community, so we don't necessarily focus on our personal businesses.
Right. So there's always a little. You can't not meet with somebody and hear how how life's going.
It comes
at the
out
radio
there.
station. But yeah, we're non-political, so we're not there to push any political things. Every week we have a guest speaker who will come in and share something that's happening in the community. It could be a nonprofit. It could just be an adventure trip. It's any number.
Could be Martine.
It has been Martine. Absolutely.
He's like, I've been there. I got like 4 medals doing that.
And so we hear about what's going on in the community and learn how we can make a difference. But that doesn't mean we don't share about upcoming things that are in our own world.
In your own lives. Sure.
Particularly some of us who are working in nonprofits because...
Carl, that's kind of your day job,
that
too.
is kind of my day job. And I'll certainly get up and say, hey, we have this happening here. But that's a big part of what we do is learn about the community and how we as both individuals and as a group can insert ourselves in positive ways.
Yeah, so always looking for new folks to come and join us at the meetings, like you said.
I'm actually a very new member. I just joined.
Well, Barb, you're pretty busy in the community, so it kind of makes sense. All right, add this to the list of things.
Yeah, and I joined because I run a nonprofit.
Good deal.
And the Rotary, the Pecos Valley Rotary that I'm a member of, in the spring they held a fundraiser. They did a pickleball tournament, and they chose Lighthouse Foster Adoption and Support as the charity that would receive the funds, because I had previously spoken at one of their meetings. And so that is kind of how it led to me getting
brought
involved.
you to the Rotarian world here, too.
Yeah.
So when does the Pecos Valley Rotarians meet?
Right. They meet on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Wednesdays.
Very good.
At the Snazzy Pig.
At the Snazzy Pig there, and lunch is provided and everything there for that one. Mm-hmm. And then the Roswell Rotarians, they meet at the Liberty.
We meet at the Liberty at noon, and you come up a little bit early.
Yeah.
And every Thursday.
Every Thursday. And so if you're interested in that, you can come by to either of those meetings, or if you happen to know a Rotarian, I'm sure they would love to invite you to the meeting, and they can bring you as a guest and introduce you to everybody and things like that too.
And if you have a topic that's important, you can reach out to us and say, is there an opportunity? We book our speakers as far in advance as we can, but we want the community to know about what's making a difference.
And and this is the cool part about Rotary, and regardless which one you go to, you really have a who's who of the community, from all your most prominent business leaders to community leaders, church leaders, political, your city council mayor. I mean, they're all involved in Rotary in some way, shape, or form. It seems like so. You're really plugging into people that can really impact change in our community.
Yes,
by coming to these meetings and being a part of it and telling your story and talking a little bit about it like that. So I highly recommend folks do that here and get involved. Before we get to March, you're going to be the highlight of the show here, so we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drag you and tease it out. Let's talk a little about, because one of the things Rotary internationally supports is fighting the polio and the spread of polio here, and so they use this day, World Polio Day, as a chance to recognize, champion, raise awareness that despite the fact that most of us think polio is gone, no, there's parts of the world that are still being devastated by polio and things. Just because it's mostly extinct here does not mean it's not leaving planet Earth. There's not still lots of people on Earth dealing with it.
Absolutely, and it is it is down to two countries that really have an issue, and they're two of the hardest countries to get into to treat this, and that's Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Gotcha.
And those are places that just the political setup, the cultural setup, it's very hard
Even
to
the
make a
physical
difference.
setup. There's the terrain.
To get into smaller villages and communities, but it's just a plane ride away. And so, that's the part we now take it for granted. We've got herd immunity here, but all it takes is somebody to come in, and now we're beginning to deal with a crisis in the countries that are there. So, and polio, because Rotary has been so involved, along with UNICEF and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, in making the political influences to getting medicine, it costs pennies to do an inoculation for children anywhere, but it's about getting in there. And so in any way that somebody can support that, whether it's money or encouraging their elected officials, this is still an important issue in our world.
Absolutely.
So,
well, and it's because, like you said, this is an easy fix. If we just bring down the stupid political barriers or whatever you want to call that, to say, no, these people need inoculations. They need the shots. They're right here. We got plenty of them. Let's go right there so we can do it. And I know, as simple as that sounds, it's really impossible in the world. And let's face it, folks, like you said, the two nations we're talking about here in Pakistan and Afghanistan, these are some of the most, it's harshest climate in the world, but like you said, politically, physically, everything else there's a reason why wars go on for a very long time in that region of the world here. But
indeed.
But yes, getting involved there, of course, more money always makes things go. That's just how this world works here. So
money and influence.
That's the world. But yeah, it would be nice to say, before, even some of us gray hair people or lack of people leave this earth, that say, people used to have that. I mean, we're almost there. I mean, it's great to keep that awareness in a world where most people don't even realize it. It's still a thing someplace.
But if you lay down on the 1 yard line, you still don't score.
Well, exactly. And it's like, quite frankly, it's like anything else. Like if you get like termites in your house or something, like you spray it once and that'll put it in bay. But if you don't keep going, they're going to come back eventually. And let's face it, it's been mostly eradicated, but all it takes is a few twists and turns here, and next thing you know, it's starting to, gain legs and spread to other parts of the world here. And that's, it's like smallpox. We thought it's gone, and all of a sudden, there's a little pop up here and there. And so we've got to stay on top of that type of stuff. So that's something that folks can. And again, if you want to know more information, please ask a Rotarian.
Ask a Rotarian. Visit our website. It's an important thing.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the foreign exchange program here that's going on. Now, Martina, how long have you been from Spain originally, but how long have you been here stateside?
2 months.
So 2 months now.
Yeah.
Just now I'm curious, because your English is very good. Did you speak English well? Was that part of the requirement to come, or do you learn that?
No, it's like part of the requirement.
Okay.
But I had had some lessons of English in Spain, but like in school, it's a mandatory subject for all the people.
Curious. At what grade did they start teaching you English?
We don't.
Do we have grades
we don't have grades, but I have.
What age were you? Let's
what age?
Something more
6
universal.
years old.
6.
Yeah.
Take notes, America.
Indeed.
Just saying. Sorry, I was just curious. Talk a little bit about this program here through the Rotarian perspective.
Absolutely. So one of the things that Rotary offers is a youth exchange program. We have both outbound and inbound students. So Martina is one of our inbound students, and my wife and I are privileged to be hosting Martine for the first third of this year.
Okay.
And his family pays to get him over here. We are his hosts, and we take care of food and lodging and travel and running around.
He is a teenage boy. He probably eats a mountain of food.
He
I don't care where you're from. A teenage boy eats a mountain of food.
Yes, and it doesn't matter where you're from. Hamburgers and pizza always go well.
That's right.
And plenty of bacon.
That's
right,
right.
Martine? So
bacon's good.
I love it. Yeah.
He knew that when he got here.
Right. You can fix a lot of problems with bacon. Just saying.
But it is really meant to be an immersion in the place that they are. In Martine's particular case, this will help him with his career and his college going forward because he will have international experience already going in. His English. It's good, but it has improved significantly over the last
when you're immersed
2
in
months.
You're going to pick up a thing or two.
In every class. And so we have them move through 3 different houses, 3 different experiences over the course of the year, and then they pack
We stay
up
in town here? Or
So
it'll continue with the same school through the year there.
He starts at whatever the home school for the first family. In our case, it's Goddard. So he will be a Rocket all year, no matter whose house he goes to for the rest of.
So you got to boo Artesia,
the
but you should already know this. All right, good.
I mean, he's already played soccer. He knows who all these teams are. He's been to their high schools.
Are you schooling the soccer? Because I mean, I guess you're exposed to way more soccer probably in your hometown than they are here. I would think.
Yeah.
Well,
or football. Sorry, he's soccer. What's the word soccer of which you speak? We say football around here.
But basketball is actually his preferred sport.
Okay.
That's what he loves and plays club teams. Back in Spain.
Well, basketball's very popular in Spain, isn't it? That's one of.
It's popular, but soccer is the most.
Oh yeah, well that's the
sport
king.
in Spain,
But I knew there was a big following for.
Yeah.
All I know is because usually Spain, granted, it's always the dream team with America and the Olympics and stuff, but Spain's teams usually put together a pretty good ball club
we
every
lost
year.
in semifinals again.
Yeah, you guys. If it wasn't for every NBA player on the American team, they probably might win a few gold medals.
Probably. And just this is something you don't have to be a Rotarian to host somebody.
Okay.
So we do a full background check on you. We do a home visit, make sure that you're not leaving crazy implements of death around the house where somebody can get hurt.
Safe environment.
Because you function as parents for whatever need.
Yeah.
And we have opportunities this spring and next year. We're looking for families. So if you are interested, if in doing this, if you have children, it is a great way for your child to spend time and have an international sibling for them.
Yeah, I just was going to interject that probably 10 years ago, when my 2 oldest were probably 4 and 2, we hosted a student here in Roswell. She was from Belgium.
Belgium, okay.
Yeah, and it was an incredible experience for our entire family.
Yeah.
And she has even come back to visit us. And we stay in touch, and it's just, it is a very special program.
Yeah, my wife, when they were teenagers, their family hosted a foreign exchange student from Japan. And to this day, they're still friends and still talking. I won't tell you how many years ago, because I don't want to age nobody, but decades are involved there. So we'll just go with that.
Indeed.
But it's really cool. So do the students come from Europe mostly, or does it even come outside of Europe, or is it how spread do students come from as far as what countries?
So every district, and our district is New Mexico's district, has relationships with other clubs and districts they do exchange. So right now, just about all the ones that our district is doing exchanges with are European countries, but we do outbound, and I'll bridge to that because if you have an interest in going to outbound, it is a great opportunity, and now is the time for next year. So we're looking for, you need to be, I believe, at least 16 years old to go out. Ideally, junior's the perfect year. Then you get to come back, still have your senior year back home.
Have that experience,
but go on your junior year of high school, and that's Martine turned 16 2 weeks before he got on the plane to fly here. And you can go to any number of the countries we have on our list, which is about 7 or 8 countries, European, and I believe we have a couple Asian.
You will have an experience like Martine. I'm sure you're loving your opportunity to experience a whole new culture for a year. That's gotta be pretty cool for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's radio. You got to talk.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving it.
And so to have that opportunity for your child to do it, trust me, through scouting, when I went to a world jamboree, I did get an opportunity to spend a couple days living with an Australian family over the Christmas holiday. And so I got to see their customs, traditions, eating, and I only got to do it for like 2 days. I didn't get to spend a whole year, but it was one of the coolest 2 days, and here I am 50 still talking about that experience. So it's pretty cool. So if you're interested, please, I think you're doing a huge service for your child by giving them an opportunity to experience life in another world for
that
an entire
worldview is it's just life changing in the way you understand that things work together. And that we don't all act and behave the same. So Martine was particularly surprised when he got here. So what's the biggest surprise?
The people that don't walk in the streets. That's the thing that most surprised me. I mean, in Spain, if you go to the street, there are like thousands of people walking on the streets, and there are cars too, but here are only cars driving.
Yeah,
man.
No one's standing in the streets around here, or certainly not working on them, apparently. Another story for another day. But most people don't, like, I've been to European countries. Like I said, I haven't really spent time in Spain, but I think it's kind of universal that a lot of people get around in town in bikes and, not necessarily on cars or walking, or, that's not uncommon. Families don't necessarily need a car depending on where you live, and, you can get by. I mean, that's true here in America too, but not around here. Like if you live in New York City, you can probably get away living life without a car. But around here, you got to go to get a car just to get milk. So unless you're on the farm, then you go out to the barn. But anyway, another story. So where you live, is it in more rural country area? Is it more urban city?
It's a city, yeah. It's like the biggest city of my state. In Spain.
Gotcha. Very good. So like by comparison, like people know Barcelona and Madrid. How big is your city compared to those?
No, it's small, my city compared
gotcha.
with
those
Madrid.
are like New York City, where you would be like, I don't know, Albuquerque maybe.
Yeah, I have been there.
But like maybe size comparison, like maybe your town would be like an
Lubbock,
Albuquerque,
300,000,
like a Lubbock. So about the size of a Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah,
That's I was just trying to give folks a comparison here like that. So.
But with more water.
Yes, I would imagine too. Which you live. We were just talking. You grow up right by the beach, Oceanside, and everything else. You live, so you've grown up ocean living young man.
Yeah.
So do you do like to fish, surf? I mean, do you have activities on the water you like doing?
I used to do surfing when I was child. Like I made it 2 years.
Okay.
But I have never done it one more time.
You didn't keep at it. Gotcha.
No.
Good deal. What about just curious, what's your future goals? What do you hope to be when you grow up? I like that question. When you grow up, what do you hope to be? He's more mature than I am, but that's another question.
I would like to be an architect. I want to study architecture on a college.
Do you want to be like an architect at some point and design your own buildings and design now are you looking to design like the big, I want to design the Sistine Chapel or something, or I'll design your office or whatever you do.
Wherever. I mean, I don't have preference.
So do you like looking at buildings and studying the different?
Yeah, I like it. And my father is an architect.
So you kind of the family business for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? But your dad did it. Not just like, I'm going to open dad. I get what you're saying. So I got curious, when you go to places, do you study the buildings and study why they look, and do you get fascinated by that?
I don't study them, but I look them.
Because I would imagine living here in southeast New Mexico, in Roswell, these buildings look way different than what you're dealing with in Spain. How they're built, because, especially with, you get some of our adobe and that style of construction and things. I don't know if you have you been down to Lincoln, New Mexico yet? Where Billy the Kid and all that is?
Oh, yeah. We were
after Fort Stanton. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you go back in there, go take it, because they got, there is a, in the town of Lincoln itself, they have a little, it's actually like a fort that was protecting the town from natives, I believe. And it was this round, basically big clay tube with gun holes and everything else. But it's pretty cool to look at. And I figure a guy like you would be very interested in the design of that and how it really, because it's something very unique and you don't see every day and stuff like that. So you'd see some unique stuff around here and check out the buildings.
Okay.
Good deal. Excellent. Well, so what things are you involved in here in the States? Are you getting, like in high school, are you doing any of the clubs or activities while you're spending your time here in high school? Sports or anything?
Yeah, sports. I was on the soccer team, but the soccer season's
in, so you're done.
2 days ago.
Gotcha.
And now I'm on the basketball team.
Okay, so you're going to play basketball here?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be calling your name. Should I give the announcers some heads up?
Yeah, practice that last name.
They're going to call you Padillo, just saying. Padillo mimics the shot, that's what they're going to say. I'll warn them. Very cool. So you're here till the end of the school year, till June or whenever, May here.
After the end of the school, I'm going to do a trip through the East Coast.
Okay.
I'm going to start in Boston.
Okay.
And I will go down to
Orlando.
Okay, so almost the entire East Coast.
Yeah.
Of course, you didn't get to the real cold parts, but if you're doing the summer, it doesn't matter. When you get up like Maine and north of Boston.
And then a 5-state trip coming up here in the Southwest, so he tastes of a number of that. And I just want to say, the students at Goddard have really come around, and he's got friends that let's go out and kick the soccer ball around.
Yeah.
They made sure he had people to go to homecoming with, pick him up and take him to the games. It's been awesome.
Well,
that's good.
He's a man from Spain. I'm sure he has no problem getting dates. Just saying. He's like, I'm sure there was ladies lining up to go to homecoming with.
No comment.
But he's been very, very warmly received and
awesome.
And made friends and speaking as the pseudo parent, I'll speak highly of the kids here coming in, introducing themselves, shaking my hand, and giving me comfort. So kudos to the students at Goddard for the way they've embraced it. So.
Brought them and took them under their wing and hanging out. And
yeah,
that's cool. So I got to ask, what's your favorite thing so far you've been here? Like favorite foods, hangouts? What's been the things you've enjoyed most in your first 2 months in Roswell?
Maybe like the high school, because
just the friends and
the friends, the high school, because in Spain it's completely different.
How's it different?
I mean, in Spain, for each city, we have like, I don't know, maybe 30 like high schools. But our high schools are like, for example, the school that I went in Spain, we have like the same number of persons on the entire school, that is from grade 1 to grade 12. Than here from grade 9 to grade 12.
Gotcha.
So, I mean,
so you see the same people the entire school career pretty much.
And the entire day, right? You move as a group through all the classes.
So you started with them from first and y'all will be crossing the stage at the end together.
8 hours a day together. They don't even change subjects.
Yeah, the first day of the school.
Well, I hope you like them at the beginning, because you're with them a long time if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing else, you get a break from the ones you didn't like, I guess, for a year.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I'm curious, is there American foods that really creep you out that you've like? Is there things that we eat here that you're just like, I don't know if I'm ready to try that yet?
I mean, I'm weird with my tastes in food.
Okay, you're kind of picky eater.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I forget your English. Yeah, I forget. There's certain words that just don't probably jive to you.
It's okay. Like the fast food, I love fast food, so I don't have problem here.
I think that's a teenage. Like, I think there's a
Yeah.
little gene in teenage boys. It just happens.
Yeah, so I don't have problems here. Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, I was just wondering. I didn't know if you're like, wow, that's nasty. We have because let's face it. Spanish cuisine is some of the best cuisine on the planet. You know, when it comes to
I
people
made
sleep
some
on
meals, some
European.
meals,
So I didn't know if we Americans tend to disgust with our eating proclivities or our eating habits. Very good. Let's you had mentioned if there's people interested in being a part of this program either as a host family or perhaps sending your student to a foreign country to be a student. How does one start getting information about that and start that ball rolling?
Excellent. So there's a website for Rotary Youth Exchange. Just look us up and you can apply there. Ideally, again, your student should be looking at being a junior
16.
this year. And there is a process by which they'll put in for the country they want to go, and we'll work to the relationship to see, make sure, because it's all volunteer. So we don't have people that get paid to take your kids at the other end. So we're looking to do the best match.
Sure.
There are 2 points of interview where we interview the students to make sure that they're sort of in the right mindset to come, because it's a big culture shock, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine.
I mean, Martine, his visa got a little delayed, so he flew in on a Monday, got off the last flight here at Roswell, got into classes Tuesday, and on Wednesday he was there for the entire day from 8 through basketball practice getting done at 7 without even getting over jet lag.
Wow.
So it's not usually quite like that, but
you literally hit the ground running.
Usually you arrive about a week before school starts, so you
Chance to
can get
settle in a little bit,
acclimatized. But it was a little different for him. But the family needs to pay the transportation. You put a little bit of emergency money down. The total cost for a family for something like this is probably between $6,000 and $7,000. Which, when you look at other
that's actually
exchange
very
programs,
affordable. Yeah,
and you're not going to feed them all year, and you're not, I mean, you take a little off the top right there.
Absolutely.
With your teenagers. So, and then. It's a great opportunity. They'll put in the country, and we'll do our best to match that country or a similar country so they can get that type of experience. They come out and they meet the exchange students that are inbound that have met. So there's a time where they all go out and have a weekend together, and they get to say, "Well, what's that like?" and "How's that?" So it's
absolutely
it's great fun.
Absolutely. I'm just curious. How often do you get to talk to your family back home? Do you try to check in weekly at least, or how does that work?
Yeah, weekly more or less.
Good deal.
Yeah, once a week or some weeks I ask.
How are they doing? How's your mom and dad doing with this? They kind of.
Perfect, I mean.
Okay, I didn't know if they're,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you got one that your mom's always like, oh, hurry up and come home. And you get that side, or I didn't know. All moms,
Well, and they have a girl from Brazil in their house right now.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, it's part of the exchange.
Oh, so they're like forgotten about you. They're all
she in your room?
They're all doting over the Brazilian lady.
He couldn't have left to go home even if he wanted to. His head was occupied. So, but
in the Navy, they call that hot cotton.
So we don't have in his club in his area. It's a requirement. It's not a requirement here that if you send your student that you would host a student. But we'd sure like it because it creates opportunities for more to come.
Absolutely, and it's very cool. Well, I'm very glad you got to experience this, and I love to. I got to ask before we go. We're almost out of time. What's on the bucket list before you leave to go back to Spain? What's something you've got to do here in America before you go back?
Probably like visit like New York, Los Angeles.
To see the sights?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a food you wanted to try or an experience you wanted to have or...
No, I mean, I just want to experience the American experience. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. We got to take you to a rodeo so we can get you the full Texas experience.
We've been to the fair.
Okay.
We watched the rodeo.
Okay, so you got a cowboy hat yet?
Not yet.
Okay, me either.
Yeah.
But I've been here 25 years, so hold on. Very good. Is there anything from the Rotary side we want to? And I'll give you each one more chance to kind of tell people to come out to the individual. But short of that, is there anything we missed in this that we wanted to cover?
So I just want to share a couple of the things that we do as a regular basis. We have a stretch of highway that our club regularly cleans up, and we appreciate anybody that comes out and helps us to clean out that stretch.
More hands make less work.
More hands make less work. We are part of a project to put in statues in Calhoun Park. The Lest We Forget monuments that are going in, raising funds through our foundation to help put those in. There's some really neat statuary that's going to go in there to just help make our community more beautiful. We're partner with New Mexico Ramps, NM Ramps, to build ramps for people who
wheelchair
accessible, typically at no cost to them. So if you're in need, reach out to NM Ramps. But here locally, we're probably the groups that are going to show up and help build those ramps, and they can be short. You know, they'll meet the ADA requirements, but some of them get quite convoluted. But to make that ramp and come down, and you have a little maze in front of your house. Kind
of like that switchback trail at the courthouse.
Yeah. But you know, some of the folks that we've gone out and built them for haven't been able to leave their house sometimes in months.
It's a game changer for these families.
And so if you need a ramp, the best place is to start with nmramps.org. But if you want to help us come build them, we're looking for people. You do not need great carpentry skills. We show up with all the tools. We just need people to help us carry the pieces together, assemble them, and
get the expertise
screw
to make
it
sure
together.
The ramps point in the right direction.
It practically arrives like an IKEA set that NM Ramps builds. So it's really just to follow these instructions.
Well, if you've seen me ever put a cabinet together, you don't want to give me that as an example. Usually half of it ends up across the room. That's one scout skill I don't have very well. Putting furniture together. But please get involved. And of course, if they're interested in coming to the Roswell Rotary meetings, again, you meet every Thursday at the Liberty.
At the Liberty.
What time is that?
So we get there about 11:30. Our program starts at noon, but we start eating before that. Come on down, see what the fair is for the day, and enjoy
they always
lunch
got
with
good
us.
food at the Liberty. You
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong there. And of course, if you'd like to visit the Pecos Valley Rotary, I know you guys meet the other dates. I'll let you give all those.
The 1st, 3rd, and 5th Wednesdays.
Yes.
And also at noon.
Yes.
At the Snazzy Pig.
At the Snazzy Pig, which still looks like the Snazzy Pig, even though you can't go there. And eat,
you can't go there.
But on those magical days, you can have lunch. They open up the kitchen and serve out a great meal, and then have, of course, a great meeting here too.
And on the 5th Wednesdays, we do something special. So like this 5th Wednesday, we are actually going to be touring the Miniatures Museum.
Oh, nice.
So
very good. So bring your spectacles because. There's also curiosities, and they are not many, but they're curious. So, but very good. Yeah, if you've never been there, that's a good one. But again, if you really want to find a way to get involved in the community and really get a chance to meet and be involved, and that's what I'd say. As much as this is a service organization, it's a social organization too. And if you're looking to make friends or meet people, come have lunch with us. Come be a part. Martine, thank you so much for spending time with us. And I would love, of course, you know, you got this guy, so we're bound to cross paths here between now and next time. We'd love to. You know what? We got to get you in here before you go, just to kind of give a recap on things you did and do, and where you before you go. So, and then we got to see your big bag of gifts you got to take back to family, because they'll be like alien stuff these and all the things they're going to want. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime. It is
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Minute with the Mayor is returning today. If you have any ideas on City of Artesia happenings or improvements in town, or any questions about anything going on, go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30, and you can chat with Artesia Mayor John Henry. The event happens on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month. Kith and Kin is located at 105 North 5th Street in Artesia. The Chavez County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to a home Thursday in the 6000 block of North Atkinson Avenue in Roswell for the report of a possible dangerous old hand grenade that was found by a resident. The caller reported that he was cleaning a property and found what appeared to be a live grenade. The caller said he wrapped the grenade in duct tape to keep the pin in place. The Sheriff's Office provided pictures. The Sheriff's Office reminds people it's best not to touch or move any such device and let authorities handle it with a bomb squad. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 9 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Then another U.S. attack on suspected drug runners in the Eastern Pacific. War Secretary Hegseth says the latest strikes took out 3 boats, 14 people killed, 1 survivor. First time there have been multiple strikes in a single day. Jamaica is bracing to take a major hit from Hurricane Melissa. Powerful Category 5 storm, packing winds of up to 175 miles per hour. There's already been a lot of rain, with more than 3 feet possible by the time it's all over.
Earl Cameron lives in the capital, Kingston.
It's not a joke. It's very serious, guys, and it is going to be something different. The figures we think will be astronomical. Yeah, they will be hard to digest when this is over.
Parts of eastern Jamaica could get as much as 30 inches of rain.
Gathered as prayer warriors, as many have done, to pray for our nation.
Melissa has killed at least 6 people in the Caribbean. I'm Ed Donahue.
President Trump visiting Japan as part of his week-long Asia tour bonded quickly with the new Japanese prime minister.
The president had nothing but praise for Prime Minister Takeichi, Japan's first female prime minister, as the two leaders exchanged warm words, and he offered continued American support.
Anything I can do to help Japan, we will be there. We are an ally at the strongest level.
After their bilateral meeting, the president invited Takeichi to join him for a speech to U.S. troops aboard an aircraft carrier. Donald Trump also announced hundreds of billions of dollars in Japanese investment as part of a trade deal. Greg Clugston, Washington.
No end in sight to the government shutdown. Today's the 28th day. No paychecks today for tens of thousands of government workers, air traffic controllers among them. The rally continues on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 299 points. The Nasdaq ahead 61, and the S&P trading 8 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Military forces have routed the army in its last stronghold in the Darfur region.
The withdrawal of the Sudanese army from Al Fasher after an 18-month siege marks a pivotal escalation in Sudan's civil war. Its fall to the Rapid Support Forces completes the paramilitary's control over the Darfur region. It entrenches a geographical split of Sudan, with the government army dominant in the north, centre and east, including Khartoum, and the RSF occupying the west and south. UN experts fear that the RSF will target ethnic non-Arab groups, echoing the atrocities 3 decades ago of the Janjaweed militia, the RSF's predecessors.
The BBC's David Bamford. More than 100 investigators are racing to solve a daring heist at the Louvre Museum in Paris. Thieves stole centuries-old jewels worth an estimated $102 million. It happened in a matter of minutes on October 19th. Townhall.com. The NBA is taking initial steps to address sports betting concerns after some recent high-profile gambling arrests.
The NBA has started a review to protect the integrity of the game, players, and coaches following the arrests of Miami guard Terry Rozier and Portland coach Chauncey Billups over alleged involvement in gambling schemes. The league sent a memo to all teams highlighting the need to reassess sports betting regulations. Nearly 36 people, including Rozier and Billups, were arrested last week. The NBA is focusing on injury reports, which can be exploited by bettors. The league seeks to ensure players and coaches understand the risks of gambling and is seeking input from teams. I'm Gethin Coolball.
The Los Angeles Dodgers lead the World Series 2-1. This following last night's 6-5 victory over the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 4 tonight in L.A. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabloids said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to our number
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Ah, yes.
I'll get it right. It's Tuesday.
'Tis Tuesday.
And that was Rotary last out. I said optimist earlier. My brain's all over the place.
I don't know. I mean, maybe some of them were optimists.
There might be optimistic people.
Where's the sunset pessimists?
That's my organization.
Right? All right. You never decide on a meeting time. We're just all too angry about it.
We're the sunset pessimist procrastinators.
We want to set a meeting, but things are looking too bleak right now.
That's right.
We can't set a meeting time. Not in this economy.
No one will show up anyway.
Stupid. I know why I started this organization.
That's right. What was I thinking? But
now it just turned into the Southside Society of Sad Sacks.
Now I'm starting to sound like our friend, or Kim's friend and our friend now. That she, way back many moons ago on Valentine's Day, she started her SAD Day, Single Awareness Day.
Oh, yeah.
And she had T-shirts made. She had a whole, regime.
Right.
It was pretty good.
February 15th?
No, it was the 14th.
Oh,
that was
same
Valentine's
day?
Days, and she's sad daying.
Nice.
She's married now, has kids. Worked out. But
still weirdly celebrates it, though. She's oddly aware of the single life, but she's a kept lady.
But she proudly proclaimed her singleness back in those days. So, but happy Just Tuesday.
Yes.
A little windy.
'Tis.
Matter of factly, it says we have a freeze watch tonight, even though the weather says our overnight low is 35.
All right.
I'm not a scientist, but last time I checked, you need the 32 part for the freeze.
Yeah, unfortunately, my PhD is in optometry, so I can't help you there. But yeah, Now, that's our suggested overnight low. Granted, it can get down to 32.
So watch out.
I highly doubt it. Either way, it's going to be chilly.
In case we're wrong, here's a watch.
Oh, you know what? This means the start of basically my favorite time of year.
What's that?
And that's just, you don't even have to get in your car and drive. You could just go out on like a nice brisk evening walk.
Yeah.
And take in the different types of wood that's burning right now in fireplaces. I mean, you get a good like cedar or a pinon. Oh, it's just the best. That's like my favorite smell in the world.
He just burns wood.
I do. I just like the smell of burning wood.
Tonight's fragrance, mesquite.
I like a nice pear, an oak, a nice oak.
Going to give it a nice apple wood.
A wood barrel. I like that. Bourbon.
I guess they only just smoke bacon with applewood because I've never seen any other applewood things. It's always made bacon.
Well, I've seen people who there's one. In fact, it's funny you mentioned that. There's one guy I watch on YouTube who swears and he will not smoke on anything other than applewood.
Okay.
For steaks, for roast, for fish, for everything, he swears by applewood is the best wood to smoke.
Okay, good for him.
There you go.
I'm glad he's all about his applewood.
Some people swear by mesquite, but applewood is the
you can get
go-to
10 barbecuists in a room, and they will give you 10 different answers on the secret to the best of whatever.
Oh, sure.
It's all in their little recipes and their own little, see, the secret is flipping, and so it's bark side down. So the bark burns first. It makes it better.
I go half cedar, half pinon chips. It's the key. Slow smoke, slow and low.
You want to start a fight for rib people? Talk about membrane on or off for 10 minutes and see how that fight goes.
Oh, my God. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. Now, if you want that smoke to permeate, you got to take that membrane squirt clean off. I understand that it provides a little bit of extra texture, but is it really worth it for the lack of smokiness?
Yeah, they just looking to fight about meat.
What I love is when they point out, look how deep that ring is.
Yeah.
Look how deep the smoke permeated in. It's like, all right, dude. Okay.
No,
I'm going to slather this in sauce anyways.
Okay. Where at the gym, guys like to show the guns. In the barbecue world, it's their smoke ring is their gun.
Yeah.
That is their, if you want tickets to the gun show at the barbecue, it's their smoke ring.
It's visible smoke, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like, all right.
Well, and
how deep's too deep?
Much like the bodybuilding world, there's a lot of enhancements that can be done to give you an artificial
There's
ring.
weirdly the same amount of syringes in bodybuilding as in barbecue.
But you could taste the difference.
You can really. We went 3 layers deep with flavor.
Yep. But in all joking aside, when you get into that competition level,
right?
Because I did get to judge that,
right?
Like the Kansas City, I took a class and everything. I was certified. Legit, they do that to you. Like if you'll get a rib or you'll get a piece of brisket and you'll be like, oh, I get sweet. And then like a few bites later, ooh, the heat's kicking in. Oh, now I'm getting the smoke from or whatever,
right.
They literally design it so you get layers of flavor. It's pretty impressive. And the only time I've really experienced it like that is in competition cooking.
It's science. It's meat science.
The metatarsal and the
get your subdorsimus, metacardial. Upper tibian.
At a barbecue competition, you got to keep your head on a swivel.
It's a vicious barbecue off, vicious cook off.
That's right.
But yeah, no, I understand that world gets pretty cutthroat. That's completely understandable. But there's a limit.
There is. There is. Well, and they'll cook like 4 or 5 slabs of ribs to get 6 perfect ribs in a box.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I watched a whole special about how it was talking about, your cook is important. Your technique is absolutely important. But when people come along and say, sauce is just putting a Band-Aid on a mistake or whatever, it was like a special about sauces and how the sauce built like the regional barbecue world that we know, because you wouldn't have, barbecue's barbecue across the board until you start adding like your white sauce, for example, if you're in the Carolinas, or, your mustard sauce or maybe more of a mesquite. It's that's what makes the regional barbecue world exist.
Also in the same vein, some regions go sauce heavy where other regions are like, no. We don't go. Like your typical East Coast barbecues are not as sauce heavy.
Right.
Texas, Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the Memphis area, they get a little sauce heavy.
Most of this neck of the woods grew up on Texas barbecue, so we like a good sauce heavy barbecue. But at the same time, the one I've never had and I've always wanted to try is the white sauce.
Yeah.
Like I've heard so much about it and heard, that it's like the revolution of the barbecue world. I like a good vinegar sauce. So
it's good. I wouldn't call it. I mean, it depends. If you like vinegar, it's a good sauce.
I love.
If you're not a vinegar fan, you're probably gonna be a little leaning towards Texas style.
Yeah, maybe this is just my roots trying to avoid scurvy, but I've weirdly leaned into vinegar and citrus things.
I love Carolina barbecue, which is more vinegar based, and it's good. But because that's what I grew up on. But that being said, I will not kick any of them out. They're all delicious.
Mustard rub that they use. I think specifically Rib Crib up north uses that specific Carolina mustard. It's oh my god, that's good.
Trying to think, I think that's more north than
North
south.
Carolina. Yeah,
or I might have it flipped, but don't quote me on that. So, probably should get the hour going.
Now that I'm all hungry and ready.
Everyone's either revolted by or
jonesing for some
smoke.
sauce.
Yeah. Next thing you know, all the barbecue places are going to do a ticking business this morning. Doesn't will be coming.
You're welcome. By the way, let us know how deep the smoke ring goes.
There you go. Deep. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll do the weather and all that here in just a minute. Then we're going to have Braxton Fulkerson join us with Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating. As seasons change, it is time to start, doing certain things to your homes when it comes to plumbing and heating and air conditioning. So we'll talk with Braxton all about that kind of stuff here in just a bit. Later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with news of the local variety along with your Wall Street business update, whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. But first, your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Little windy today. We have cool high pressure moving in. That'll keep us in the upper 60s for the afternoon high. Wind gusting to 30, and we will have sunshine. Overnight looks clear with mid-30s, and then we'll stay pretty cool on Wednesday. It'll be sunny, and our afternoon high about 60, warming up a little bit on Thursday and Friday, highs in the 70s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 52 and breezy here in Roswell. Humidity is at 60%. Winds at the moment are out of the north at 25, gusting to 35 miles per hour. For today, sunny skies and 65 for a high. The winds will be blowing this morning, 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. They expect the winds to decrease 10 to 15 this afternoon. Tonight, we do have a freeze watch from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., but our overnight lows aren't quite freezing. They're cold, but not quite freezing. Mostly clear. They expect an overnight low of 35. Northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, for Wednesday, 59, maybe hitting 60 tomorrow. Sunny skies. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Another chilly one Wednesday night. Overnight low of 34. So I imagine if they're issuing one for tonight, they'll probably issue a freeze watch for tomorrow night as well, too. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Then we get a little warm up for Thursday, sunny and 72. Winds out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, we're looking at clear skies, overnight low 40. 74 and sunny on Friday. Sunny and 72 Saturday, and we might see 80 on Sunday, sunny and 79. They say we will see 80 Monday of next week, 81 and sunny for next week there. So we'll see how that shapes up. But chilly tonight, bring the pets in, all that, the plants in, all that good stuff. We may tickle the freezings. All right, 9:17, we're going to take a 2.5-minute break, and then Braxton Fulkerson with Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
You can buy all the furniture you want, but can you accessorize? This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Transform your home by adding chic lamps, accent chairs, and unique statement piece artwork everyone will love and appreciate. Why live with basic walls and no ambience? turn boring into colorful and pull that design genius from the depths of your heart. Your home will thank you, and so will we. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Are you ready to succeed? ENMUR's dedicated facilities and faculties provide an exceptional learning experience, from academic programs to behavioral sciences, business, health education, or technical education. ENMU Roswell offers a wide variety of certifications and degree programs designed to take your education and experience to the next level. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, worth the journey. Roswell's hometown university.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
Taste the flavors of Thailand and beyond at Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. Authentic ingredients like holy basil, Thai chili, and kaffir lime. Original recipes including curry, pad Thai and pad see-ew, and egg drop or tom kha soups. Friendly service, authentic flavors, and
a little or a lot of spice, but everything's nice.
Open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday at 610 South Main in Roswell. Call ahead, 575-208-0411. Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. The flavors of Thailand, right here at home.
A Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza. His name was Tex Colorado, and he was from Detroit. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Braxton Fulkerson, back with us from Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating. Good morning, Braxton.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me on this morning.
Well, appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. I know electricians, plumbers, air conditioning, HVAC folks, you guys are always in demand, no matter what time of the year, no matter the season. There's never enough of you individuals available to the community. So I appreciate you having a few minutes to speak with us on the radio.
Absolutely. No, my pleasure. Yeah, definitely in demand year round.
Absolutely. It's by the way, folks, younger folks out there, if you're looking for something and you love working with your hands, please pursue HVAC, electrical, plumbing. These you will eat and take care of your family well for the rest of your life if you acquire those skills. And I'm sure Braxton can always use a few more qualified plumbers and electricians and HVAC folk hanging out with them too.
We could, man. we're always looking for journeymen, but you got character and want to work hard. You can come in, learn on the job, and get a good career.
Absolutely. And I'm just telling you, there's a reason why. I mean, there's just at the end of the day, the demand is way ahead of the supply when it comes to those kinds of services. So
yes,
you'll be living large if you're good at it. Obviously.
Exactly.
So.
Yep.
Speaking of which, there's also a way to not see you as often too, and that's a lot of it is and this is kind of with seasons and stuff, maintenance of you. I know we kind of have it ingrained, like, hey, you got to get your oil change in your car, you got to. Every so many miles, you got to make sure this is done. Well, we got to train our brains to do that for our house too, especially when it comes to your HVAC and heating and even your plumbing.
Right.
Certain times of the year when temperatures change, there's certain things you got to pay attention to. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with pressure and water and temperature changes, that's a recipe for all kinds of bad things if not looked at and checked on regularly.
Definitely potential for challenges and failures there.
Absolutely. So let's say now that we're kind of creeping into fall here, winter, depending on what you want to call, as homeowners, what's the type of stuff that when it comes to HVAC and plumbing side that they say, these are the things you need to be kind of getting ready for the winter or getting prepared for as the temps start changing here?
Oh, man, for heating and air conditioning, one of the most simple things you can do to keep those systems running well is to change your filters.
Gotcha.
That is just bar none. Talking to our technicians, talking with my dad, and over the years we have seen dirty filters just cause so much issues and challenges to that system.
And we are known. I mean, we live in a desert. It's all dust, dirt, and sand, and so all that's coming into your home through those. So I would imagine, like, you look at other parts of the country. And they'll say, okay, this filter's good for a month or whatever that number is. You probably need to cut that by 2/3 here just because of the demand we put on that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb is once a month. We do have higher end filtration, 4 and 5 inch filters that catch a lot more debris and actually let more air through. They could last up to 3 months.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, changing those out often helps that system.
And that's kind of just, from a professional standpoint, because, we all go to the hardware store to buy our filters, and you got 50 choices. You got ones that are like $1 to ones that are $10, and you got, all right, is the money worth, look, just get the cheapo one, 30 days, you're fine, or is it worth investing for the higher end filters?
Well,
She was curious.
It really depends. The lower end filters, they are good at blocking just really big particulates.
Okay.
The lower or the higher end filters, they have a rating called a MERV rating, minimum efficiency rated value, and they can stop particulates down to minuscule sizes. Can help you with asthma, allergies, and really help the air in your house.
So I'm guessing if you're elderly or just allergies or immune compromised, it's worth spending that money on the higher end filters for your own health, and you just feel better.
You do.
But
you do.
I guess if you're young and healthy, and I get it, money's tight, the cheap filters, just change them every 30 days and you'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Make sure you get a pleated filter. The old the hog hair or the real thin filters just don't do much, and that buildup gets in your system, your coils, and your ductwork.
Gotcha.
So the higher filtration.
So that's kind of
good.
phase one is, just be regular on your filters, that 30-day cycle, put them on your calendar, in your phone, whatever you got to do to remind yourself.
Exactly. One of the things my dad would tell customers is anytime you get your electric bill or your gas bill, just use that as a prompt to go change out your filters.
That's a good tip. Yeah, because kind of like smoke alarms. They say when the clock change the batteries. It's kind of a rule of thumb. Same kind of deal here. When you go to cut the check for the electric bill each month, go ahead and swap that filter out.
That's true. That's
Good
true.
deal.
And then we've got the plumbing options.
Yes.
Some things that homeowners can do right now is just to make sure that all exposed pipes are insulated. I heard you and Sean talking about the weather change, getting down into the mid-30s today, and then you can take some foam pipe insulation, get all those taken care of. Just make sure they're insulated. Any exposed pipes you have in your attics, crawl spaces, basements, if you've done any remodels with new pipes, make sure that those are insulated very well.
And you could probably get that. I mean, you can go to a hardware store and say, I need pipe insulation. They'll know exactly what you're
Absolutely.
talking about.
They should have it on hand for you. And they've got great little insulated covers for your hose bibs or outside faucets.
Okay.
That's something to do to make sure that it'll help prevent plumbing problems for you.
Just a Jew is curious about this because this is a personal experience I've had, and it kind of spawns the question. I grew up in Maryland, Washington, D.C. area where we have winters. We have,
a little bit different.
We're not like New England, but because you get 2 inches of snow in D.C., they lose their mind too. But I mean, they're used to that a little bit more. But growing up there, I never had frozen pipe issues and things like that. We get cold and things like that, and I never experienced frozen pipes till I moved to New Mexico.
Okay.
So is there in colder climates, do they use a thicker, is there a different rag on piping they use? Because I was like, they must have to use a thinner pipe here or something, or I don't know.
Right.
Is there?
There's probably definitely different codes up in the Northeast.
Because I would have never thought that
areas.
I'm going to move to New Mexico and have frozen pipes and I live in Maryland and never experienced that.
Right.
So.
That could be just awareness because us living here in the desert, we know it gets cold, but we don't think that, these temperatures aren't as cold as the north, so we don't take precautionary measures. It may just be something that's more ingrained in those in the super cold environments that they're doing it or they're having people do it for them.
The design's built just to think of that already.
Yes, sir.
Where here it's an afterthought. You're like, it does get cold once or twice a year.
Exactly. That's it.
Makes sense. Because it baffled me when it happened. I was like, I've lived in Maryland. I was like, I've never had a frozen pipe till I go to New Mexico places. But it is a thing here. And of course, obviously, when you have, even indoors, when you have if you don't have heating exposed to some of that stuff under your sink, open those cabinets up at night, get a little hot air in there to keep those, running the water at night, keeping that when it gets those extreme colds, just trickle the faucets. That's something I do standard now. And I don't know, is it just, I do it to everyone, but just for overkill, but technically it's ones kind of going that are on the outer part of the house, right?
Right.
Those are the ones you got to worry about.
Typically the outdoor, the plumbing that runs along the outside of the house, going to any of your indoor sinks or faucets.
Right.
Those ones you want to keep them slightly trickling. Nothing to concern ourselves with the temperatures right now.
Right.
But when that, like you said,
when it hits those 20 and 18s, or we ever get once in a while,
and
those
and it stays there for 2-3 days or more, that's when you've got to be cautious. And if you do have vacant rentals or vacant homes, make sure you're keeping the heating at a minimum of 55 degrees to keep that going as well.
I know, like back east, a lot of times they recommend you just shut the water off to the outside spigots and stuff. Is that good advice here too?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can shut that off. You can turn it off at the main and have your pipes blown out just to make sure there's no residual water in there that's standing and can freeze as well.
Absolutely. Obviously, age also comes to play on some of these too.
Yes,
if you're dealing with some of the older pipes and some of the older, you're probably... it's just nature right now. Because, you've seen statewide, the infrastructure of the pipes are really, they're swapping them out because about 75 years ago, these pipes were put in and they only had a lifespan of about 50 years. And so we're seeing this not just here, but throughout the state and really throughout the country. They were put in at the same time in a lot of places. But as you're seeing that changing and stuff, I would imagine you're probably going to see a lot of that in homes, especially older homes, the pipes running from the city line to your house. They're probably equally as old as some of these pipes we're talking about here. So I would imagine if it was working before, sometimes the extreme weathers and pressures might, if there was a weak spot in there after years, so I imagine weather, you might see more burst pipes and things, not just from freezing, but just the wear and tear is just a little harsher on it. And it's been kind of holding out for years and it just broke this time.
That definitely happens.
Yeah.
Aging on the plumbing systems for sure, HVAC systems as well. That extra cold makes them work extra harder and can put that pressure
So
on
you was curious. I know like for HVAC and all that, you offer your, come in every twice a year and we'll come and service and everything. Is there a plumbing version? It's like, hey, we'll check your pipes and look and kind of say, hey, these are good, or you know what, when this was built, regulations have changed. You need to do something a little safer here.
You know, Mike, we do have that Right Fit membership for the heating and cooling systems. We have entertained the idea of doing a one time a year visit for plumbing, and I am hoping to be able to roll something out pretty soon. So we could offer that as well.
So folks come reach out to Braxton here, folks, and say, hey, when you get that, let me know. I want you guys coming and checking my home and seeing if my plumbing is where it should be, or is it time to upgrade or replace some things that need. And you'd be surprised. You'll probably see big decreases in water bills and things like electrical. Every time. That's one beauty of getting a new HVAC system is, I know it's a big headache at the time and all that, but generally speaking, you're replacing a unit that's 10, 15, 20 years old, and you're going to notice, because of what they call SEER readings and things like that, the energy efficiency, you're going to see, in some cases, a significant bill decrease in your electric bill each month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those efficiencies for sure are built in with those new systems.
Sure. So I'm kind of jumping around here. Talk a little bit about that Right Fit membership for HVAC and stuff here, because right now is the perfect time of year to say, hey, you know what? Now the weather's changing. Maybe it's a time to have a technician come and do a service and check out my unit and making sure everything's up to par.
Man, thank you, Mike. Our Right Fit membership keeps us real steady during these more mild days, but we are out there checking, especially right now, all of the heating components of the system, looking at for all electric systems too.
Sure.
We're looking at the outdoor unit, checking refrigerant pressures, checking the heat strips internally. I would say the systems out there in Roswell, we're about 50-50 on all electric and gas. But gas, we go and we check the gas valves, the heat exchangers, check the electronics, the control boards, do a full system check. What you get is a Right Fit member for $15 a month. We sign up just kind of like a Netflix membership or something.
Exactly.
We come out there twice a year. $15 a month runs about $180 a year. You can pay up front. That price is $199. But get 2 visits, you get 15% off all plumbing and HVAC services that we offer.
Absolutely.
No after hours, no weekend extra charges, and priority customer
And not
service.
to mention, you're getting that peace of mind knowing your ACs. And so when extreme cold hits or extreme hot hits, you're like, my unit's going to handle it. It's going to be just fine.
Oh, definitely. Just getting a look, and we also change out the filters when we're out there. So knowing that you're going to be comfortable in these colder
Absolutely.
days is great.
And knowing from personal experience on this one, especially if you have an older home and things, and different owners over the years doing different things to your home. Unfortunately, and this is something I've learned, like the house I got now, it was built in early 80s. And so matter of fact, I had some HVAC work, and they were saying, I don't know who did the electrical up here, but it's not exactly what I would call up the snuff on some of the things. So a lot of times you go in and find, like, hey, whoever put this in before, this is not code. This is a fire hazard,
Right.
So from a health and safety perspective, I don't know how many times you guys find those things that could have led to a fire or worse, or something else going on at the house.
Oh, definitely.
So please, especially if you have a home that you're not the original owner of and stuff, it's not a bad idea to see who was doing handiwork on it before you, because not everybody is qualified to do handiwork that does handiwork.
Exactly. We've got great technicians that are trained that we're going to check that system, and part of our commitment is to do things right, to make things right, and to treat people right.
Sure.
And we look at things and bring them up to code. That's our responsibility. That's what is owed to each one of the owners and people that we service. So.
Well, not to mention it does impact what you do. When the air conditioner's not working, but if someone didn't hook up the right electrical to this, at the end of the day, that's the electrician. That's not but it's still going to ruin what you do, and they're not going to be, look, the air conditioner's not working. I don't care that the power going to it was not efficient or over efficient or whatever you want to call that. It fried out my air conditioner. And so that's
exactly.
And so, but they don't care. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's your obligation, because this is when, especially in electricity and gas, if you're not right on the money on some of this stuff, that's when you have those unfortunate news stories of a house blowing up in the middle of the night, or these types of things. And so
carbon monoxide leaks. Those are things that our technicians are trained to check for and make sure that the venting, the flues are all good. But so for that peace of mind alone, it's worth doing this twice a year, to have a technician come out. And they generally, right around the season change, around springtime, about when you're thinking about turning AC on again, and about the time when you're about flipping over to heat. That's about the times you consider getting generally
done.
We'll do it all year round. If customer or potential new customer calls in the summer, the middle of the winter, we'll do those checks as well.
Absolutely. But just kind of a rule of thumb, it's got, like you said, with the filters, when you pay your electric bill, change the filter. Hey, when it's about time to flip it over, maybe it's about time to have a technician just do a double take on it, take a look.
Definitely. And my grandfather started our business in 1964, brought it in as a plumbing shop, and really became a fixture in the community, pun intended.
Sure.
Really established the business. So,
and that's kind of, I've been here. I'm not native, but I've lived here 25 years, and Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating has been a staple. And, hey, things on the blink, call Fulkerson.
Right. Exactly.
You're the guy we're glad you're here, but never want to see you.
Exactly.
Really.
Nobody is. Typically, people don't have the plumbing budget or an HVAC budget sitting there ready to repipe or put in a new system, but we're there to do that.
Do you guys do a lot of remodel work? Like if folks are getting remodeled homes, you come in and have to reroute plumbing or heating or
we do.
HVAC stuff?
Yeah, we'll work with local contractors that can do any of the electrical or general contracting, but we come in alongside, do plumbing, change out the fixtures, change out tubs, showers. We do that often.
And commercial, too. All the time we'll see businesses and things, and so there's the Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating truck out there putting in the plumbing or HVAC for a business or something around town, too.
We would definitely do it. Back to the 1964, and the reason I mentioned that is we are doing starting next week, a $64 tune-up special.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, hey, if you're not ready to jump in to become a Right Fit member, we can have a technician out there to come out,
sample
check out
the goods.
to see what it is. We'll come check out your furnace and make sure it's ready to roll.
Then you can kind of put Fulkerson to test and see their service, see it in action, and once you see, they say, hey, you know what? I need to sign up for this Right Fit membership opportunity here, and trust me, the older I get, and the more when you're younger, you do a little by the seat of your pants on things like this. As you get older, you get more. Trust me, the peace of mind that comes with, hey, my HVAC is, especially if you have a unit that's 5-10 years, it's been around a minute. It's more than ever. It's the servicing of it, because if you literally, it's like a car. If you change the oil every 3,000 miles, or you do your tune-ups when you're supposed to, and all that kind of stuff, that car will last a long time. The air conditioning are the same thing. Yes, they say they'll give you a shelf life of 10, 15 years, but if you're getting it serviced twice a year, you're getting constantly changing out the filters on a timely basis, you can get 20, 25 years out of it if it's taken care of, just like anything else. I mean,
definitely.
I know my brother had an HVAC unit that had like a 15. That thing went on 30 years before he finally replaced it.
Right. Now, I would.
That was an exception, not the rule.
That's an exception. However, also to the older systems, they just don't make things like they used to. Whether it's
there was
cars, computers. Exactly. That puppy worked though.
But it made kind of like refrigerators back in the day, the old.
Yes.
There's been a lot of environmental changes, so that's why you can't have refrigerators. Same thing with air conditioning, by the way.
Yes, sir. That's it.
But sometimes that does stand. I get it. Sometimes you get a refrigerator from the 50s, like that thing won't die.
Right. Yep. And you got that pulled over there, ready for it to kick out, and it just keeps rolling.
Absolutely. As far as the electrical, I mean, is that more stuff that you guys do in house, or is that contracted? Because you're a plumbing and air conditioning place, you're not.
Right.
But obviously, you can't do a lot of HVAC for sure without the electrical hand in. So do you guys have like your own, or do you guys, is that where you work with other electricians?
We sub that out. Okay. We have some relationships with local electricians, and we probably, maybe 10% of the time we'll need to get an electrician involved. So not highly, but we know those limits and parameters.
It's usually those instances I talked about earlier where someone in before did some shady electrical work, and you got to come back and clean that up or fix it before we do the next thing.
Exactly. And we'll see systems that are often just undersized for whatever reason, and possibly because that electrical circuit just couldn't handle the right size system for their house. So we'll get in there and get you upgraded with a local contractor.
Absolutely. So start the process and have them call. Like I said, we can have a technician come out, get an appointment set up, and we can start to at least let's come and take a look and inspect. If we want to sign up for a right fit, or if you just want to do the one-time deal for right now and give it a test drive here.
Absolutely.
And it for $69 for a year's worth of peace of mind is worth it.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, if there is an issue, they're going to point it out, they're going to get it to you, and you can fix it.
Exactly.
Because you want it fixed while you still have air, not when you call the plumber on a Saturday at 10 o'clock at night, or the HVAC guy saying, my air's not working.
Right.
Oh, we'll come right now. And by the way, we charge double time on a Sunday.
That's definitely that's how it can work. Right.
Yeah, they'll come see you, but you're going to pay for that.
So
if you do it this way, the 9 to 5 or normal time, not the extra expensive. But by the way, it doesn't break down. It's working, and you took care of the problem before it was a real problem.
Right. And Mike, as you know, most things don't break down between 8 and 5.
Not my experience, no.
And that's where being a right fit member helps, because when you come home and you find there's an emergency, man, there's no after-hour charge or weekend charges. So
I don't think there's a homeowner out there that's owned a home for the last 5 or 6 years that has not walked into the hot water heater puddle.
Oh man, I would love to talk to them.
Or in the storage room, wherever your hot water heater
I'd love to talk to the few and the lucky that don't have it. Man, the water quality in Roswell is in the worst 5% in the nation, and we average 2.5 to 3 years for our water heater systems. Those tanks just cannot handle the mineral and the quality of our water. So
trust me. When you're done talking with Fulkerson on that stuff, on the HVAC stuff, maybe talk to him about getting your plumbing set up for ROs and that, because that will help.
Yes.
If you can get RO so it's not going so it's going through the hot water heater, you will be amazed at how much more life that will give that because like you said, we have the hardest water on the planet, and it just beats up
Definitely.
hot water. Like if they say you got 10 years in that hot water heater, cut it into maybe half.
Right. If you're lucky.
Here in southeast New Mexico.
Right. We have we can put some whole home filtrations in that you put beforehand, before that hits the water heater.
Yeah.
Water softeners as well. Water softeners are good. We haven't seen them linked to a lot of adding longevity to water heaters, but it definitely helps to the quality of the water, softens it for the showers,
Well, but
for the
you will notice
dishwasher.
it, for people that have hair, you will notice it when you take a shower.
Exactly. And those RO systems, we put those in as well. Usually before the water or after the water.
Yeah,
heater
usually it's in
cycle,
the pipeline. It's not there. But anytime you can do some pre-filtration going into that hot water heater,
those whole home filters can help some.
You will definitely give a longer shelf life to that hot water.
Yes,
or
sir.
just be prepared every 3 years to be swapping that bad boy out.
Right.
And to be honest, I've lived in my home 8 years now, and we've twice.
Wow.
Like when I first got, like a couple months after I got there, kaputty, and then it was about 4 years ago. So I'm about due for another one pretty quick.
Right. And those warranties are nice. They're prorated, but man, those water heaters just don't last.
Yeah.
But
good news, mine's in the garage, so
good.
Damage is minimal when it does.
Right.
It hit the.
Not those hall closet ones are tough.
Yeah.
If they experience a leak, boy, that could be kind of disastrous.
Yeah. And I would imagine, I know depending on the age of your house, some of them they have their own little storage shed outside attached to the house for the water
we
heaters.
see those from time to time.
Yeah, I think that's more of an older house.
That makes sure that those water heaters and those lines are well insulated. That are
about to say they'll
outside.
freeze and easy real quick, especially if they're in a non-insulated building or little shed or whatever you want to pull that, a cabinet.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, put some insulation in there or something to keep that, or definitely those pipes and everything else. Get that. And just another pro tip. Don't be all willy-nilly about adjusting thermos temperatures in a hot water heater unless you know what you're doing a little bit. I know, because people are like, my water's not hot, and they'll go in there and try to turn that up. But if you're not doing it right, you could jack it up. I'm just warning you.
You've had that experience?
I haven't. Everything I talk about, I've learned from personal experience.
Gotcha. That's good, man. Well, yeah.
But as far as setting this stuff up, it's just a simple phone call. Give me a call and give out the phone number for folks
Great.
to call.
Our main number is 575-622-1600.
Okay.
We have office staff and dispatchers who answer the phone. We'll get you set up on a schedule, and
even
we'll
if it
out
is
there.
not during business hours.
Right. If you're a planned service customer, right fit membership customer, we can do it. We don't schedule those really unless they're emergency.
Right.
But we do know that there's challenges.
There's a fountain of water shooting out of my toilet right now.
Yes.
Please help.
Oh man, and that happens.
Yes.
And our dispatchers will help you get you going during regular hours, and then if you do run into it, we do have an HVAC tech and a plumbing tech on call, and they can get out there quickly too on the after hours.
And of course, I get it too with kids, and I'm just gee whiz curious. Just what's the weirdest thing you've ever snaked out of a toilet that's family friendly?
That's a good disclaimer. Mike, there have been so many crazy things. Nothing just jumps into my head right now.
I figure people with kids have the most unique.
Yeah, we've seen lots of toys.
Yeah, I'm sure there's anything from Army Men to Barbie shoved down that bad boy. So.
I'll have to get an update. See what's the most common items that our guys are.
Maybe we'll do a top 10 next time you come on.
That would
top
be good.
10 things found in a toilet during a snaking.
That would be really good. Do a top 10 there,
Letterman style.
that I would like that. Boy, I'm from the Letterman days. I get that one.
But folks, please reach out. I'm telling you, if you're a homeowner, to be honest, I think personally, if you're like a landlord type and you own like an apartment complex or something, I think signing up for some Right Fit memberships for your properties might be a good idea, where you have a technician come out twice a year to check on all the heating and HVAC in your stuff in your homes. you will save a lot of money down the road. I'm going to think of doing that. So
Definitely.
homeowners, but I would say, yeah, if you do the house managing and that kind of stuff, might want to give Fulkerson a call and say, hey, I'd like to set this up for my apartment complex. Or
Definitely.
something like that.
We do that for numerous landlords and numerous rental agencies here. And we also have the planned maintenance for our commercial customers, where we can change it anywhere from monthly to quarterly.
I imagine depending on their
biannual.
business and what they do, the demands are heavier. Like I imagine if it's a restaurant or something like that, you probably need to be in there more often but if it's or I would imagine a place with extreme temperatures,
Yes.
you probably got to deal with that more often.
You got it. We do that based on whatever the demands of that business are.
Yeah.
We'll set it up to their needs.
I got to imagine now that I think about it, working out in the dairies. I'm sure you guys probably done plumbing work out at the dairies at some
We've
point.
done
or not.
some, yes.
I imagine that's probably your most interesting work.
There is. We get a lot of reports of friendly cows to our technicians and plumbers when they're out working.
Hey,
and
everybody's lonely.
Exactly. Hey, cows need love too.
That's right. But I would imagine just because I've been to dairies and stuff, and they have unique systems on milk and all that, and I'm like, it all comes through pipes. I bet Fulkerson guys are in there making those pathways to do all that.
We do
stuff.
some of that.
Yeah,
we do.
If a liquid's got to go down a pipe some way, Fulkerson can get it there, right?
We will get it working and flowing correctly.
Although I'd rather work with milk than some of the other things you deal with.
Yes, I would too.
Very good. Braxton, one more time, give out that phone number. And of course, you can find on social media Fulkerson website as well, too, if you want to go and do some kind of research on the services and more reading on the Right Fit membership, exactly what your rewards or your
we just got a brand new website that's up, but 575-622-1600 is our main local number.
Okay.
I want to throw into that starting in November, if you sign up for a Right Fit membership, we're giving away 5 turkeys at the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
Make sure, get some food on some people's tables, and
there you go.
Give you an option there. And we're also running a 20% discount on all drain cleaning and duct clean. Something, if you've never had your ducts cleaned,
not to keep Thanksgiving ducks with the T, not
no,
duck
that's right.
The bird. No, he's not cleaning your ducks. You're on your own cleaning your ducks for Thanksgiving.
No. you probably don't want an HVAC tech or a plumber doing that for you.
He's like, "Where's the feather plucker?" No, that's my kind of duck.
Exactly.
But definitely, and you know what? Holidays are coming.
They are.
Family are going to clog your pipes. Guaranteed.
They will. And make sure you're not putting potato peels, celery down your disposal, because we get quite a bit of calls right after Thanksgiving and Christmas with fun stuff clogging up your.
Certainly, I hope you're not
disposals.
dumping your grease down there.
Oh yeah, no, keep that out of the way.
Save it. You can actually cook a lot of that with that stuff. I'm telling you. You ever cook some meats or anything with some old bacon grease from the thing? It turns out pretty good. Just saying.
Pretty darn tasty.
It is. So don't pour it down your pipes. That's bad business.
Keep it out.
So, anything we missed, Braxton, that you wanted to cover that we just got sidebarred on?
No, Mike. I think we've covered quite a bit. The plumbing measures that homeowners can take, insulate those pipes, cover up the hose bibs and outside faucets.
The prevention really does save you a lot of money and a lot of headache down the road.
It does.
A simple twice-a-year visit to have your HVAC system, a simple winterizing and of your pipes and things, and making sure, if you haven't looked in a while, check your insulation. Make sure it isn't wearing out or, life doesn't happen and tear it down. And if you haven't been to those areas and say, it's been a minute, let me make sure that's still in good shape. Maybe I need to replace it or something like that.
That's it.
Now's the time to do it when our overnight low is 36, not when it's 20.
Exactly.
So
those days will be here.
They will be coming.
And no telling what they're going to look like with all the moisture we've had this summer. So
whatever it is, I guarantee you the next week it'll be 85.
You pretty much count on it. We've got the bipolar weather here.
Exactly. It'll be 1 minute and 85 today.
Yes.
Which is why pipes burst and everything. Anytime those extreme, that's why New Mexico it is the hardest on HVACs, the hardest on plumbing. It just is.
It is. It is. That those fluctuations in temperatures have a big deal with it. I remember just not thinking of things when I was younger and going into meeting guys from companies like in Miami or Houston, and they have an average temperature swing of maybe 10 degrees, maybe 20 degrees on an extreme days. And Right now, we're hitting average of about 40-degree swing from 45 in the night till 85 in the day.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that affects things.
Like, I think about it, HVAC guys in San Diego may have free time.
They do. They are out playing a lot of golf.
Doesn't matter. The temp's the same anyway. But
Exactly.
It's fine. Open a window.
Right. Exactly. And they probably have pretty good quality water there. Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's life is good when you live on a beach, I guess. But
oh yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure you got a few fires to put out right now. I'm sure there's a few calls waiting for you to go take care of some things. So
Sure,
appreciate
yeah.
it. But folks, please call, take advantage of this November special. Come see. Come let the Fulkerson family come take care of your family or your business or all of the above here. So
We'd love
good
to.
Excellent. Well, thanks, sir. And
Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Appreciate you having me on.
And enjoy turkey if I don't see you between now and then,
All right.
too. So,
Same to you.
And maybe you can get one of those 5, just saying. All right, it is, 9:54. What happened to the morning? It just disappeared. Let's do this. Let's pause for local news, Hannity update, and a Cowboys report because they suck like my team. We'll be back. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Minute with the Mayor is returning today. If you have any ideas on City of Artesia happenings or improvements in town, or any questions about anything going on, go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30, and you can chat with Artesia Mayor John Henry. The event happens on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of each month. Kith and Kin is located at 105 North 5th Street in Artesia. The Chavez County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to a home Thursday in the 6000 block of North Atkinson Avenue in Roswell for the report of a possible dangerous old hand grenade that was found by a resident. The caller reported that he was cleaning a property and found what appeared to be a live grenade. The caller said he wrapped the grenade in duct tape to keep the pin in place. The sheriff's office provided pictures. The sheriff's office reminds people it's best not to touch or move any such device and let authorities handle it with a bomb squad. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
It's not even about Republican or Democrat. It's about basic, simple, common sense. Another one with the transgender issue and, the right of men to play women's sports and be in women's locker rooms. I mean, this kind of madness. And the same thing I'm telling you in the Commonwealth of Virginia. I am telling you, Abigail Spanberger is bad news. Now, what's fascinating in both races is the DNC is panicked. They're throwing hundreds of millions of last-minute dollars into both races. That means their internal polling shows exactly what Matt Towery and Robert Cahaly had picked up. And that is their poll has New Jersey a 1-point race.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
There's a reason I'm so proud of our partnership with Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-owned company, because they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk when it comes to supporting our vets. It's a veteran-owned company. This month, Pure Talk is choosing to support Canines for Warriors. Now, this is an incredible organization that rescues and trains dogs, pairs them with veterans that are struggling, for example, with PTSD. Canines for Warriors gives these heroes a purpose. It gives them companionship and healing. That's exactly why Pure Talk, a veteran-led company, supports them. Now choose a wireless company that shares your values. Remember, you're going to get unlimited talk and text and plenty of data, $25 a month. Average family saves over $1,000 a year. You get the exact same service as the big carriers, same cell tower, same 5G network. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now, and make the switch. Pound 250, keyword save now, switch today to America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. The trade deadline is 1 week from today. Should the Cowboys make a move to shore up the roster? Dak Prescott weighs in right after this.
Whether you're buying a home, looking for a partner to take care of your HR and payroll needs, or giving your employees the benefits they deserve, SWBC is here to help. From personalized home loans to a team of experts to help grow your business, SWBC is your partner. For your family, for your business, for your wins. Forward together. Visit SWBC.com to learn more.
SWBC Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 9741, an equal housing lender.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Coming off Sunday's beat down by the Broncos, which was their fourth loss of the season, the Cowboys' Dak Prescott was asked post-game if he favors Jerry Jones making a trade to try and improve this roster before next Tuesday's NFL trade deadline.
I trust and I like the guys that we have. I honestly do, and that's not just a political answer or whatever it is. Like, our roster's okay. Can it be better? That's for you guys to write about and to judge. I trust those guys. To get in the trade, right, takes opportunities and plays away from somebody else. And so I just echo to the guys in the locker room, right, like, forget a trade. Do more, right? Like shut that talk up. Step up and shut the talk up.
Dak and the boys have an extra day this week to prepare for the Cardinals, who come to town next Monday for Monday Night Football. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
Your home for Armed American Radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. If you missed any part of the show, ksvptv.com. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Till then,